Hello, bitches. How goes?
There's Metty. How we doing, fellers?
Oh, pretty good. Pretty good.
We are in fact doing.
Gem is asleep. Understood.
A little bit. As far as I can tell, they've only just barely regained the use of their eyes.
Yeah, I've been awake for like 20 minutes.
Proud of you.
Probably should have some coffee in me, but
It
I
happens.
don't have any.
Some morning bean.
I do not have coffee at home.
Flick some
So I
beans
have
into
to
your mouth.
Oh,
go up
regret.
and get it.
Why did I give you the setup?
Ready, well, good to go?
Yep.
I've been recording.
I'm recording a little bit.
Alrighty.
Like, when I jump in the call, I'm recording already.
I'm just making
like
sure
an
everyone else
overachiever.
is going. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another exciting episode of DipShips, the legitimate boating podcast. I, as always, am your captain, Calamity Carl, and joining me, my wonderful co-host, Sir Admiral PM,
Howdy.
Maritime Metty,
Hello!
and Navigator Nick.
Hello. Why'd you sound a little choked up when you were introducing Metty? Are you okay?
I didn't really like Metty.
Me too, buddy.
I really like Metty.
Ugh.
Metty's great.
How's everything going, guys?
You know.
I want my fucking hour back, goddammit.
I do too. I thought
Wait,
that
we
we
lost an hour?
I thought we gained an hour.
Me too.
I mean, in terms of me, because for the most part, the world on the East Coast is asleep while daylight savings is happening. Me, on the other hand, I'm like not even halfway through my work shift.
Ooh.
So I just worked an extra hour for free.
Oh, you don't even get
What do
paid
you
for
mean
the
for
difference.
free? You'll get paid for that.
I would like to fucking hope so.
Do you think
if you
your
don't,
boss?
you can fucking sue. Like, you have to get
Actually?
paid for that hour.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Yes,
sure you
actually.
do. But then again, his boss ran away to an island for like several months.
Yeah, that was wild.
And
He might not
you
be
still got
aware.
paid.
You'll probably just have to ask or something like, "Hey, am I getting paid for the daylight savings hour?"
No, you know what?
And
I'm
he'll
just
be like,
gonna.
"What?"
I'm just gonna, because he asks for my hours every week, so I'm just gonna be
okay.
all right, here's this extra hour. Do what you want with it. If you make a fucking issue about it, I'm like, what? Do you just not believe in daylight savings, motherfucker?
Yeah, it's fair. Actually, that's a really good way to do that.
I mean, I don't believe in it, but it still happens.
Right?
Despite my best efforts to kill it.
God, that's a mood.
You cannot
like
kill
it
time
gone.
in a way that matters.
I thought that this shit was supposed to be done, but apparently they're not like killing it
Yeah,
until
me too.
2023.
Actually. Oh, okay. Sure, I guess.
But they're officially actually killing it now?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Instead
Yeah, I
of
thought
just
they did that
considering
earlier.
it?
Wow, Quebec actually agreed to cooperate with people that aren't Quebec. That's
Oh,
wow.
no,
That's
it's
amazing.
because the French asked them too politely.
Sounds about
I think
right.
they hate the French. No, it's the French that hate them, I think.
Correct. It's that one. They wish they were French, though.
Gotcha.
Alrighty,
Fucking
who wants to talk about their week?
I mean, I can start, I guess.
You want to start? All right,
Sure, hit me.
Start.
Sure,
hit 'em
sure.
up, hit 'em up, baby.
I'm going to start with something really straightforward and simple. In addition to following the hit program DipShips, I've also been watching the series between Carl and Shibuya over on their channel. What did you end up calling it again? Millennium...
Master Saga.
Is it Millennium Master Saga?
Carl just left his
It
room.
is
I heard
the
his door
Millennium
squeak. There it is.
Microphone Master Saga, or M3S.
M3... That's a good name, actually. M3S is great.
It's great because it's a real mess of a series.
It sure is.
Yeah, but that's what makes it funny.
Kinda. I felt really bad watching the last episode, though.
I didn't.
I know you didn't. I saw your face.
I felt great.
It's just the most mismatched I've ever seen something be in that entire series, including the original one it is based off of.
Who do you guys think is going to win? This Cyber Dragon and Code Talker mashup deck? Or an actually competitive meta fucking 10 Yang deck?
Yeah, like that's absolutely insane. I can't, like, props to Shibuya for sitting through the best of 3, because I think I would have just left.
Look, Carl clearly needs the fucking messed up advantage he gets in Masasaga because it is not going well for him in DipShips.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to keep commenting every week until he does actually win, and then once he does, I'm going to claim that it was because of my support and leave.
That sounds about right.
I'm so excited for the next episode of DipShips. I'm
honestly,
so
and
incredibly
unironically,
excited.
Me too. What else? So, I have YouTube on my PS4.
Right.
And I use it to watch things, basically when I'm too far away from my desk to just do it there. Okay. Which is fine. It's really nice and convenient, but also, I can't have ad blocker on my PS4, as far as I'm aware. So I've seen people tweeting about this forever, but I've never actually gotten the ads because I'm on my computer. But I have received just a slew of political ads.
Oh, no, yeah.
And some of these are so funny. There's one that I keep getting, like, I just keep getting this same one where he's just like, oh man, it's like him and his 2 daughters and his wife and everything, and the wife and daughters are just hyping him up, but like not in ways that matter for politics. Like, they're just like, oh, Dad, you're so tall, and his wife's like, oh, and you're so handsome. And I'm like, what the fuck does that tell me anything? What is going on here?
Anyway, I voted against abortion, and I think women shouldn't vote.
It's his platform, literally. He's the Republican candidate.
Wow.
But I just keep getting this ad, and they're all just, like, all smiles and, like, you're great, Dad.
Because you won't feed us if we tell you otherwise.
Let's see, what else? I have the penultimate update, hopefully, on the tent situation.
Nice. Give it to me.
We received a letter from our local government.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
And it said that a tent cannot be a permanent residence, and if it is not removed by this date, for every day afterwards which the tent remains up, you will receive a fine of up to $600 per day and 10 days in jail for each day spent in, not doing it. And we were like, oh, well, this is getting fixed now then.
Mm-hmm. No, you bet your ass.
So my mom took a picture of the letter we got from the government and sent it to her, and it was supposed to be gone by today. But she did, like, our house guest, tent guest, basically called the government dude and cried on the phone, and was given 2 weeks of leeway to find homes for all the animals. Which there are now more of, by the way, because since the cats can't stay in the tent, one of them got out and got pregnant and had kittens.
Oh no.
So it's an extra 3 cats.
Well, that's more food for the other animals.
Nick, I'm going to stab this lady like...
I know. And they have an issue now because now that the cats have been cool with the dog this whole time. But now the cat has babies. So when the dog comes in and tries to fuck with the cats, the mom beats the shit out of him. So the dog's kind of awkward in the tent now. And so I think it was either 2 or 3 days ago. It was Friday, actually. She comes up and she's like, hey, can I get you to dog sit? And I've done it before. Her dog's annoying because of the attachment issues he has. He'll basically like whine, bark, and paw at the front door the whole time she's gone. And also, super fun fact, because he spends most of the time outside, he's not housebroken and has pissed in almost every room in our home.
Oh, boy.
So I was like, I mean, like, how long do you need me to watch him for? And she's like, well, I have to go to work. And I was like, I'm not watching your dog for 8 hours. And she was like, well, no, I only work, like, however long. I think she was going to be done after, like, 5 hours, which is still a long-ass time. I still don't want to do it. But what really sealed it was she was like, well, I get off at this time, but if there's an after party, I could be home late. And I'm like, okay, no. I'm not going to watch your dog for 5 hours.
After party?
And then maybe also an indeterminate amount of time after that.
An after party. That's wild.
And she tried to, like, sell me a couple times after that. Because, like, she was like, okay, that's fair, and went to get ready for work and came back in. And they were like, well, what if you just keep him in this room? Because I've been practicing stay with him. Because if you remember, this is supposed to be a foster dog that she's supposed to be training.
Oh.
Which she has not been training. But she was like, okay, I'm going to show you how good he is at stay. She has him come in my room and get up on my bed, which I was already worried about.
On.
I was thinking about it, but I was mostly worried that my cat's already on my bed, and I think if the dog jumps up there, she'll kill him.
Good.
She didn't. She mostly just, like, sat up where she was laying and was, like, very wary. I feel like if the dog made any weird moves, she was going to smack the shit out of him, which would have been really funny. But no, the dog lays there, and she says stay, like, maybe 7 or 8 times, and he lays down. It took 3 tries to get to the point where he would not immediately leave the bed once she started backing away.
Mm-hmm.
And on that try, she made it all the way to the door to my room, making direct eye contact with the dog the whole time. And then right before she left his line of sight, she was like, okay, good boy, here you go, here's treats. And I'm like, that's not... this isn't proving anything.
Yeah, really.
Once you leave, he's still going to freak out. And that was all well and good. She's basically like, okay, fine, I'll get someone. And eventually she did.
How
but
long
not
was eventually?
before. Yeah. It was about, I think it was 4 when she was talking to me. She had to go like 5:30 or something. So it was like right before she had to go. She found someone at like 5.
Gotcha.
Because after I said no, I was like, okay, I have some time to do some stuff. I'm going to work out, blah, blah, blah. So while I was getting like changed, getting ready to work out and whatever, the bathroom in this place is right across the hallway from my room. And apparently after our talk, she had gone to complain to my mom about me because I wouldn't watch her dog.
What a bitch.
What a bitch. Oh
I
my
don't think she
God.
expected my mom to take my side because my mom was just bitching about her dog in the hallway because they're sitting 2 feet away from me talking about me.
Man.
And she's just like, I don't know, I don't understand. It's such a little thing. How can't he watch my dog? And I'm like, your dog sucks. What the fuck do you want? Hold on.
Sorry, I don't want to take care of the piss machine.
Yeah, what the fuck? What do you want from me? I'm doing you a favor. And she was like, I can like
she
right
wants
now.
free labor.
No, she was willing to pay me for it, sort of. She was like, I have to leave in an hour. I can go out right now and I can get you something from the package store. And I'm like, okay, what I drink from the package store is $15. And you want me to watch your dog for anywhere from 5 to who knows how long hours? I'm not working that long for 15 fucking bucks
Yeah,
of stuff.
Fuck that. Holy shit. You gotta love entitled people.
For real.
What is the relationship with Tent Woman again?
Literally no blood relation. She's my mom's best friend.
Was your mom's best friend.
Was my mom's best friend. This recent 5 months has put some strain on the friendship.
Can't imagine why.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, no, fuck this bitch.
Yeah, it's been a lot. It's been quite tiresome. Her being here for this long is part of why my brother ended up moving out, because he was like, I just can't stand it. I have to leave.
Well, Nick, I have an easy solution for your family. If you
Get rid
guys
of the tent?
have a lighter and a can of hairspray, you can easily fix all of your problems.
That is true.
Yes, the PM Kill Spiders method.
Yes.
I
Oh,
approve.
did I mention, by the way, that it's not just the tent out there anymore?
What?
Oh.
Excuse?
So we have the main tent that's been up for the full 5 months. Yeah, the main tent. A couple
And
months
the guest tent.
I want to say about 3.5 months in, when she realized that like the tent's not keeping the cats in because they can claw their way out, she got really high and built an enclosure next to the tent. It's not like really well done. It's like a couple things of woods like nailed together and then like a little tarp thing. But she's like, yeah, I can just let the cats hang out there and they won't get out or whatever. And then another month later, she got a call, like when she got evicted, she got free storage for the stuff in her house that she couldn't immediately take with her for a set amount of time. That amount of time passed. She had to take all her stuff back, but there was no room in the tent. So she got another one. And that's the storage tent. So that fine I mentioned that we would get every day the tent stayed up, that is per structure. So we would be charged it 3 times.
Right.
That's get him. That's fucking crazy.
You can fucking
Have you
hear
made
that?
it clear
Jesus,
that
I
it's
could barely
her
hear
who
that.
will be incurring the fine?
We will be incurring the fine. It is on our property.
And she is the one living there, so you force her to pay.
Yeah. Ideally, we just won't
The
even
jail
have
time Well, sorry, Craig.
Yeah, honestly.
That's a really good way to take care of that, how to get rid of him.
Yeah.
We will see within, at this point, 2 weeks, how this goes, and then we will get the ultimate update on this, but the saga is almost complete, and I am so happy.
Thank God.
Other than
All right,
that...
so I gotta say...
Yeah?
The saga is almost complete. You hope.
I hope. I pray.
Because there's a decent chance that it is, in fact, not almost complete.
We will find out.
I mean,
Other
it
than
could
that, it
be
was just
complete
Halloween.
in one of the worst ways. You know,
Yeah.
Hey, Halloween was this week, wasn't it?
Yeah. We went out to some place, like there's a really old-timey village not too far from here, a couple towns over, that they set up for like kid trick-or-treaters, like a bunch of businesses and places there just like hang out in costume and have a walking path for all the kids.
That's cool.
Yeah, so my brother went, he had his little Among Us costume. We found one other imposter on the trail. They got a picture together. It's ridiculous because he's very small comparatively. It was fun in theory. What actually ended up happening was my brother was very tired because it was a school day. So he had come back from school in a very grumpy mood and then had to walk around the walk trail. And the costume was a little too, I don't know if it was big or small for him. But like the only way to see out of the costume was the little visor that the crew members wear.
mm-hmm.
And it was not aligned with his face.
Uh-oh.
That's funny.
So most of the time, we had to lead him, and he did not enjoy that. And also, my mom had to carry his candy bag because he had his arms in to look more like a bean.
Oh.
But it was cool. Honestly, like, part of the fun of it, for me at least, was just... There are some, like, really crazy costumes that go to that place. There was a man who had his kid strapped to his chest with, like, one of those papooses.
Mm-hmm.
And he had
The
constructed...
rapper?
Oh, was he the mecha?
Yeah, he was an ATST
Yo.
Oh, nice.
made out of cardboard that like just
Hell
stepped,
yeah.
and it was insane.
That's
I
a
would
good
never
shit.
see that shit just out on the streets, and that was awesome. Yeah, that was my week.
How many people shouted Among Us and sus toward you and your brother?
It is definitely in the double digits. I think it was about 20. Most of them were children. But there were a couple parents who recognized the costume and also said, like, oh, look, Among Us sus to their kids to get their attention and get them excited.
Aw. At least they didn't call you Pokemans.
Yeah.
Correct. And every time that someone would call him out as being sus or being an Among Us, he would get kind of flustered and just, like, sprint ahead 10 feet and then start walking again.
He's afraid of getting caught.
He's got to make it to the, what do you call it? To the button before they do. Call the meeting before them.
I saw them vent.
Rosary.
You gotta love that about old people when they see something that children enjoy and refuse to understand / like tolerate it at all, so they'll just mispronounce whatever the thing is on purpose.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Pokemans.
All right,
I remember
have you done
growing
that to
up.
somebody? Because it's very fun.
Yeah. Oh, don't get it twisted. Like, eventually, when I'm my parents' age, which I already am, there'll be something that the kids will enjoy that I will probably do the same thing.
You
to
have
them that my
fun
parents
playing
did
your
to me.
Fortnites.
You know,
Yeah, Pokemans. I remember my dad would like consistently make fun of me, and instead of calling it Pikachu, which he knew it was called Pikachu, no, Pikachu.
Pikachu!
You're playing with your Pikachus?
That's what people called Mimikyu for a while.
My dad wouldn't do anything like that. He just slapped me upside the head and tell me to grow up and leave me in a dark room.
Yeah. Your dad doesn't love you. We get it.
Damn! Just because you write doesn't mean you should say it.
I mean,
God
it's fine.
damn.
It's okay, it's fine. It's all right. It's cool. It's fine.
I mean, it's been the same story for the past like 10 years. Get a new bit.
I mean, just look at it this way.
It's not a bit. It happened.
This is honestly maybe better than the alternative where this happened as a kid and you kept a relationship with your dad. Because with like, I've known people who have been forced to move back in with their parents who fucked them up when they were kids.
Hello.
Hello.
And,
yes. Hi.
I got a very like just fucked up message at like 2 a.m. where they were like, "Hey, I'm 26 and my dad just punched me in the face. How do I react?"
Punch him in the face.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god.
It really do be like that sometimes.
And I think sometimes you really just gotta fucking punch back, because what the fuck else you gonna do?
And then they get you arrested.
Pretty much. And then you kill your dad.
So PM, you want to talk about your week? You want me to go?
Yeah.
I can take it real fast.
Okay.
Didn't do a whole lot this week. Mainly been having like a bit of a, do I want to call it a midlife crisis? No. I don't know.
At your
like
venerable age.
Yeah, I've been having kind of like a mental breakdown, mainly because I got a call from my landlord. When was it? It was this week. Saying that the last people that came to see the building 2 weeks ago went, "Hey, we'll put an offer down. We don't want anybody living there." And my landlords are like, "Okay, yeah, sure, deal." So I have until the end of December to move out.
Jesus Christ.
That's awesome. Merry Christmas. Get the fuck out.
Hey, question.
Yeah.
Your lease.
I didn't sign a lease. I paid first and last month. So this month is already paid for, and so is December.
Your renter's agreement?
Yeah.
Like you don't have one?
No.
I don't know enough about the law in Canada to know if it's required or not, so like...
I didn't sign anything when I came in. I just paid first and last month. Well, I paid first and half of last month, and then over time I paid.
I'm not 100% sure about Canadian law here, but that's super, like, that's illegal here.
I mean, it's shitty at the very least if it's not illegal there.
I mean, if it isn't legal...
If it is legal,
or
yeah,
illegal,
you can probably
whatever,
just dick him over and say no.
This is the second time it's happened to me.
God, same dude.
No.
Okay.
My last apartment, they're like, yeah, we're selling the place. You gotta leave.
Jesus.
They at least let you know a month ahead of time.
I had even less time. Say again.
They at least let you know like a month ahead of time.
Well, this guy did.
The last place, yes, a month ahead of time.
All right.
Here I at least get 2 months.
That's good.
Well, it's already November.
It is usually a month they have to give you in advance.
Yeah, so I've been just having a panic attack because I'm like, okay,
you know what, PM? If you can get a new place to live in 1 month, you will have done infinitely more than Tent Lady has in 5.
Fair enough. Yeah, but I've been just like having a panic attack because I'm like calculating what I make per month, and I'm like, okay, I pay $1,300 here, which is a fairly good price for a 2-bedroom apartment, and I've been looking all over the city. And I'm like, I cannot find a studio apartment less than $1,800 per month.
Yep.
Yeah.
What the fuck happened?
Housing market.
You know what happened?
Like, okay.
A lot of people bought up a lot of property and went, we're going to turn this into Airbnbs.
Yeah.
We're going to make this apartments.
Which is why they don't want people living there, so they can turn it into Airbnb.
Like stuff exists at like what I'm currently paying for in terms of rent, but like not in the city.
Yeah.
Like way the bumfuck out there. I don't drive. I don't have my license. The way that my work schedule currently works is like I'm constantly on the clock because I go to the part-time, I clean the kitchen, and then I immediately leave to go to my actual job, and then I have to come all the way back to the part-time and finish the rest of the part-time before it actually opens proper.
Jesus.
So I'm like back to back. Like I have no choice. And the reason this works so well where I'm living currently is because it is like a 5-minute walk to the part-time.
Yeah.
So I still have enough time for a social life, sleep, and then my work.
Yeah.
And now because I'm probably gonna have to move to the fucking boonies to pay like a decent amount of rent for a much smaller place. Yeah, either that or I pay fucking $3,000 a month, which is like pretty much like almost my entire paycheck.
Yeah, I know that feeling all too well.
Yeah.
And that's not counting bills and fucking like there's my phone bill, there's
and
internet,
food and stuff you want,
and food and taking care of my cat. God forbid she ever gets fucking sick and I need to take her to the vet.
Yeah.
Because if that happens, sorry, boo, It's either you or me, and if it's not me, then there's no you. So it's like, what
honestly,
do I do? What do I do?
It's a shitty situation, but there have been times where we take the cat to the vet, and they're like, well, if it turns out the cat has cancer, we can't afford bankruptcy, so the cat is going to die.
Gotta love it.
So yeah, that's how my week started.
Started? That's even better.
Yeah, pretty much. I've been just looking, and every time I look, I cry a little bit, like actual tears stream down my face, and I go, you know what? Not today. I'll do it tomorrow. And then the next day happens, and wow, it's like fucking Groundhog's Day in this bitch.
Hell yeah.
The depression is real.
Know that feeling all too well.
Yep.
It's like, and I don't have credit, so I can't like take out a fucking credit loan to like potentially buy a place.
God, imagine.
Good luck.
It's like, no, it's I am fucked at all angles.
I was gonna say, if you've been paying back like whatever you owe, wouldn't you still have a credit score even if it's fucked up? Rent
doesn't add to credit score.
I mean, other than rent,
I still owe hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's not like I've now been paying. I've been in debt. How long? How old am I? 35, right?
Yeah, the venerable old age of 35.
So I've been, by next year, or maybe the year after that, I've been in debt longer than I've been alive.
So, okay, this is an ignorant question, because my friendship with PM is relatively short.
Yeah.
What are you in debt for?
Taking out credit loans to buy a house that I could not afford.
Oh, that's right. You did mention something several dozen episodes ago about having a serious housing issue early on in life.
Yes. Taking out loans to buy a wedding ring that I should not have done. Let's see what else. Taking out loans and being in debt for losing the house that my grandparents bought before I was born, and that's why my one of my grandparents died, saying that they hated me. Their last literal words to me were, "I fucking hate you because of what you did." And it's accumulated over the years since I was 18.
God.
So wait, they hate you because you couldn't keep the house?
If I remember the story,
Yes.
It was something like, because you ended up losing the house they bought.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of fucked at all angles because I was left with an entire house at the age of 17.
Exactly. Like, what the fuck do they want you to do?
How are you supposed to pay fucking taxes?
I mean, the house was almost completely paid off.
Even with that, like, even once the house is paid off, there's still stuff you got to pay on a house.
Yeah, and yes, there's all of that. I was working at the time.
Taxes, utilities.
I was working at the bar.
What a teenager can get.
I was living off like a small jackpot off the lottery, like a couple $100,000 worth, and I was living off that. But you see, what happens is when you leave a teenager alone in their own house
with like $700,000 or whatever,
with a lot of money, what happens is, if you're anything like me, a little baby alcoholic and fucking druggy, that money goes away quick.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, I'll just pay this bill with my credit card, and then I'll keep doing that, and then I'll keep doing that, and I'll keep doing that. And I'm like, oh yeah, I'll pay that later. More drugs and alcohol. Oh, I'll pay for that later. I'll pay for more drugs. Oh, later. Oh, what happened? Oh, what do you mean the house is gone? Oh, what do you mean? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Yeah. You see, that's why I tell the funny stories.
Yeah.
I leave these ones in the back of my head to cry about later when I'm not on camera.
I mean, at this point, we're all either in 30s or almost 30s. We've had several decades of shit to deal with.
Yeah. A lot of regrets.
Yeah.
But also, we're funny, so like,
you know.
You have to live through the bad shit to. I mean, that's how they say. That's like how some of the best comedians are made,
true.
where they wade through the shit and they come out funnier on the other end. I would rather at this point in my life be the unfunniest motherfucker on the planet.
No comedy and like $30 million.
Just a perfect, not even 30 million. I don't even need the 30 million. Just a perfectly mid-range life with none of the shit. I'd be very content with.
You and me both, bud.
For real.
So yeah, now that the depression's out of the way, sort of. Not out of the way, just tucked in the corner. I played a couple of games.
Oh, hell yeah.
Dipped my toe back into Legends of Runeterra because they added a bunch of heroes.
Yeah, me too, actually, for the same reason.
Yeah, they added like Seraphim, Vayne, Jax, Master Yi, some very angry, like alien-looking dude with a bow and arrow.
Varus,
yes.
They also added Gnar, little dino guy.
Yeah, well, Nar's been in the game.
Oh, shit, true.
That's like all cool and all, but like where's the heroes that I care about and play as? Where's Fiddlesticks? Where's Vel'Koz? Where's Aatrox? Like, come on, throw me a bone. Like, I understand you gotta build up like the original cast, but like throw some of the weirdos my way.
It is
Where's
kind
Corki?
of weird that Aatrox isn't there because there are other Darkin in the game, like as weapons you can equip.
Yep.
And Aatrox is just not one of them.
Yeah, they seem very fine. They added a new system where it's like, oh, you have equip spells in the game now. And from what little I've touched of it, they seem busted.
Some of them are pretty nuts, not gonna lie.
It seems pretty fucking busted. Also, Seraphim, wait, what's her name?
Seraphine.
Yeah, Seraphine seems to be top tier. Because every time I look at tier lists, I see her like in like 6 to 8 spots on the fucking tier list. She seems to be in like every deck. It's like, all right, play her with Ezreal, play her with Victor and Karma, play her with just Victor. Let's see, what else here? Play her with fucking Katarina, play her with Gwen, play her with Pantheon. Jesus.
Yeah.
Like, I get it. You made a really good card. It makes sense because she's so cheap to bring out onto the field. And her the way to level her up is just, hey, play 6 different named spells. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's easy. If you like have a good opening hand, you can get that done by turn 3 or 2. Yeah, shit's busted, which is fine because I've been sitting on enough dust and extra cards to just build the current top tier meta deck.
Hell yeah.
So I've been doing that. Let's see, what else?
What was the other game you started playing? I thought you said you had 2.
Yes, I started playing a new card game.
Oh,
I'm listening. I'm interested.
I guess you could call it a card game. I'm gonna need y'all to take a crack at pronouncing this word.
All right, let's take a look.
Let me get it up on my phone here.
What the fuck? Tan?
Sure. Any other guesses?
It's definitely not Fatagan, but it's what it looks like.
Yeah, it definitely looks like Fatagan. Anyway, I've been playing Fatagan Simulator.
Okay.
That's what it's called, Fatagan Simulator. So basically, the game is you are a cultist, and you are trying to summon an elder god.
Okay.
And by doing so, it is a card game. You don't... It is like a card game mixed with auto chess.
Have you played...
Kind of on board for this.
You played a game literally called Cultist Simulator.
That's what I thought they were talking about at first, too. Because that is also a card game.
Like what you're talking about.
So you don't have an opponent. You're playing by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And the point is, over the course of 7 turns... You need to gain enough spirit, kind of like Cult of the Lamb-ish, where it's like everybody prays and you gain, you fill up your spirit meter.
Uh-huh.
You need to gather enough spirit at the end of 7 rounds during each of your 7 turns to summon whatever elder god that they want.
Okay.
So you're playing with monsters, you're playing with humans, and most of the humans are just basically like sacrifices to the monsters, and there's different subcategories of elder gods. Like there's burning elder gods, there's freezing elder gods, there's like time elder gods, there's snake elder gods.
Hell yeah.
and
Smell
you're
the gas.
Yes, the elements. Fire, ice, time,
snakes. Yes, basically.
My favorite
Snake
element.
benders are my favorite.
And so it's like everything is around let's call it a well, a big fucking hole. The field is like a big hole, and there's 12 slots around the hole, and you're basically putting your cards all around the hole, and then if they have effects and abilities, you don't activate them. It just goes in a circle and automatically activates. So it's kind of like a mousetrap sort of effect.
Yeah.
Where it's like it goes throughout the turn, and whatever effects proc in that 12 card cycle, they'll proc, and you're just trying to gather enough spirit to at the end of 7 turns or 7 rounds at the end of each turn. It's fucking hard. It's also mistranslated because I think this was originally a Chinese game.
Okay.
or some Asian game, and it was roughly translated into English. I can tell because there are just certain lines of text that are untranslated.
Oh, you mean like Korean XCOM, which I've spent the past 200 hours playing?
Yes, like Korean XCOM.
It's called
fucking...
Troubleshooters Abandoned Children.
Oh.
It's literally just XCOM, but like instead of generic units, each of them is like a hero.
So, like XCOM Chimera Squad.
Kind of, yeah, more like that.
Yeah,
or
that's what it sounds like.
No, yeah, it's actually more like that because it is still like tile-based strategy. It has absorbed my life for the past 2 weeks, but I beat the story and now I can finally rest.
Fatang Simulator also
I'm not gonna get over this name.
Does not have a story. It seems like the story only appears once you actually successfully summon your Elder God at the end of 7 turns.
So it's like a roguelike.
Yeah, it is definitely a roguelike. And the story comes in the form of a letter that is written to somebody, and the game has been so difficult for the last like 20-ish hours, maybe, give or take, that I put into the game. I've only beaten it once. So I've only ever gotten one hint of the story, and it seems to be like somebody writing to somebody going,
summoning
hey,
an Elder God.
Hey,
yeah.
I'm summoning an Elder God because
I
I want to see
Cthulhu.
I want to see the truth. See you on the other side, I guess.
Awesome.
That's wild.
Why don't I ever get letters from long-lost friends mentioning that they're going to see me on the other side?
Give me some time, I guess.
Alright, cool.
That's worrying.
Just wait until I break one more time.
And, yeah, that's me, Chief.
Alright.
Right.
Metty or Carl?
Betty, would you like to go?
Oh, jeez. All right, where do I begin?
Oh, jeez. Start at the beginning.
What's the beginning? What's the last thing? Let's see.
I don't know, they always just say that in the movies.
It was right before Halloween. Okay. So, my Halloween costume this year was my old Venom Snake cosplay. You know.
Yeah.
Metal Gear Solid 5, Funny Man.
Does it
horn.
have the sticky bit? Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember
Got the funny horn.
so I went with sticky bit. I'm sorry.
Robot arm. You know. Military fatigues. Full tactical parachute harness.
Sure.
And ammo bags. So I get to work, and I get out of my car, and a truck passes by me as I'm getting out of my car, and the dude yells, "Hell yeah, brother!" Zooms off, and it's covered in Trump 2024.
Oh,
It's got the
good.
fucking Trump flags, and I'm like,
Oh, no.
oh, I look like a Capitol rioter. I look like a Capitol rioter.
Oh my
no.
god.
So I ripped, like, literally more than half of my costume off, because, oh no.
Yeah, it's understandable.
Yeah.
Like,
Christ alive.
so I was instead of being Venom Snake, I was Party City Venom Snake, who decided that, you know what, Outer Haven's just too much work. I'm gonna work at a Walmart, wear a normal vest instead of tactical vest, wear a Walmart vest.
Perfect.
Also, the robot hand is too difficult to, like, do things in for extended periods of time.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
so I didn't wear that either.
Only if you're a fucking coward, but
I mean, I wore the glove part. It's just like the whole
yeah.
arm assembly. It
Bumpy.
restricted my movement too much.
That's fair.
Let's see. Oh, right. So I had to get a new set of pants for my Venom Snake cosplay because I'm chunky. And my old ones have shrunk.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, having another pair of pants is always a good thing.
Yeah,
because I only have one set of jeans right now.
That was me for a good couple months.
Right.
So, I order a pair of, you know, like, green, like, military fatigue pants on Amazon. And I get here and, I see that they're from China. And I'm like, yeah, okay, that makes sense. You know, lowest common denominator. I was pretty sure that I ordered military overstock, but this says security rating 4 on the tag.
Okay.
Okay.
So I somehow ordered, like, actual Chinese military, like, current pants.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
And,
You fucking traitor. You defected.
Oh,
I got a
that's so
message.
funny.
from my dad. I was, hey, you're on a watch list now? My dad, who I have not talked to in, like, 6 years.
Oh my god.
Out of the blue. Hey, it's Dad. How you doing? Yada yada. By the way, you're on a watch list now.
How does he know you're on a watch list?
Great question.
Did they
I
call
don't know.
him and be like, hey, just a heads up, Metty's on a watch list now, and he was like, who's Metty?
Pretty much. But, like, I think it's because my grandfather and my father's brother were both decently high in the Air Force.
Uh-huh.
But he's just like, yeah, you're on a Chinese watch list now.
God.
Not an American watch list. Although that's probably true, too, because I ordered military stuff in the last, you know.
Yeah, it's fair.
So I got that going for me, which is nice.
Holy
At least you got people
shit.
watching you.
I have people watching me. All eyes on me.
Yeah.
Hey, people
That's
care.
it, Doc. All eyes on me. The more you watch, the more powerful I get. My ballyhoo. Anyway.
Dead air.
A good scene. What a good fucking scene.
Anyway, read Shag and Scoob, please.
Yeah, read Shag and Scoop. We've talked about it before. We'll talk about it again.
Good-ass show. Fucking webcomic. I'm losing my
It
mind.
should be. It will
should
never
be.
be
Should be a
because
show.
of copyright issues,
God.
but
Yeah.
God.
Alright, so the day after Halloween, so like on the 1st,
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing my job, you know, dispensing online orders to all the good little boys and girls who are too fucking lazy to come in and shop themselves.
Yeah, and throwing coal at those who weren't.
Yes. I gotta write that down. Anyway. So I'm doing that, and the head of asset protection, so like, Wal-Mart set up stupid where there's only one manager for the store,
Uh-huh.
who is the store manager, and then you have coaches and team leads.
Coaches?
Yes. So
Oh
the
my
general
God.
manager is just referred to as the manager.
Uh-huh.
Assistant managers are referred to as coaches, and then specific team managers are referred to as team leads, which that makes sense. That one's okay.
Yeah.
The other ones, though, ugh. Anyway, so the coach of asset protection,
Mm-hmm.
loss prevention, you know,
Yeah.
security, he
People be
walks up
stealing.
to me, and he's like, hey, listen, could you get, like, 2 members of your team? I know there's no carts, but we need carts, so could you get 2 members of your team to go out and get carts? Because they didn't schedule anyone carts today. And I'm like, I fail to see how this is my problem. He's like, well, I just need 2 people, so could you grab some people from your team and make them do this? And I'm like, I look down at my name tag, and I don't see the words manager or coach or team lead anywhere on it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, until you get paid with like one, no, I'm
For
not doing
real?
their fucking work.
I'm like, I mean, you could ask Shay, you know, my team lead.
I don't know why he would go to you and not the team lead in the first
Yeah,
place if
really.
they're there.
Well, 1, she's a woman, and 2, she's black.
What is he, racist and afraid?
Yes.
Yeah, sounds about it.
Oh my god.
Anyway, so he does that, and I'm like, all right, fine. So, I don't have any of my team members do it. I have the people he should have been asking,
Uh-huh.
which, by the way, he's security. Why are you... this is not your job. I went up to the
Yeah?
person whose job it was, the front end team lead, and went, hey, there's no carts. You should make people go get carts. And I walked back and continued doing my job, and the cart corral got full.
Damn, that's wild.
And then, about 40 minutes later,
A surprising chain of events.
Right. like, I'm doing my job again.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
He walks up and he's like, hey, where are all my carts? You know, I need someone to go get carts, and there's no carts again. And I'm like,
What?
I told the front end team lead about your cart complaint. You should speak to her and not me. He's like, oh, well, you know, I figured that you could get this done.
Not for this wage.
No. And I walk away and I keep doing my job. And then another 30 minutes pass,
Uh-huh.
and he comes up to me again, and he opens his mouth, and I go, no, and I walk away.
You know,
Good.
Metty, I think he just might have a crush on you.
Well, the way he talks, he sounds like your own personal dumpy.
He might damn well be. So then I sent a message to the group chat of the store, because I was about to go on lunch when he came up to me the third time, and I'm like, I'm gonna go eat my lunch. If he walks up to me again and says this ooh woo please help me bullshit one more fucking time when I'm not a fucking manager, I'm going to let him know what I really think, and you're not gonna have me employed here anymore. And my coach, the person who's actually in charge of me and my team lead, is like, fucking tell him. And I'm like, I've been given permission.
It's true. You've been given explicit written permission.
Like she doesn't care because she's going on maternity leave, so I've been given permission.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going to tell this fucking motherfucker who won't speak to any woman in this store exactly how fucking stupid he is.
Hell yeah.
As long as you don't get fired, because you need a job, bud.
Yeah, no, I know.
But he's been given permission.
That is fair.
I don't think he can fire me without proof that I'm doing something wrong, and I've, ever since that whole 15 cents worth of soda thing,
God.
I've made damn sure to, like, pretty much point at every single camera anytime I do anything in any store.
That's fair.
Yeah.
You know? So they hired another security guard.
Okay.
I don't know if you know this about me. You, listener out there in the wild. I am 6'6".
Yeah, Metty's a fucking giant, and it's frankly unfair.
I am 6'6".
I am so small, please.
And I have a glare that can wilt plants.
And also
Not that
excellent
hideous.
control of your eyebrow expressions.
I would say that you're pretty handsome. I
Yes.
wouldn't say that you're ugly.
That's not what I... I'm gonna take the compliment, Betty.
Yeah,
Anyway.
yeah, take the compliment.
I'm very good at looking angry. I've been a bouncer before,
The Bouncer.
right? By sort of necessity of running, like, 2 bars, I've been a bouncer.
Yeah.
Same.
So they hire a new asset protection guy. He is, about maybe 4'8",
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
skinny as a rail. And I'm like, the fuck did... He is smaller than my team lead, and I call her smallest. I call her the Invader Zim smallest. Like, I call her littlest pet shop because she has 3 dogs. Like, she is the smallest motherfucker. And he is littler than her. And I'm like, what the fuck do they expect him to do? Bark at them? Like yap at him like a fucking chihuahua? Like,
He's armed with the Wal-Mart brand taser.
no, he's really not.
I know.
It's like, so now this little motherfucker, fresh out of high school, is probably getting paid more than me with, and like, he's gonna just take a punch to the face, crumple, and then this company's gonna get sued to death. Like,
It's okay. Walmart can't get sued to death.
Oh, another fun thing.
Mm-hmm.
A different coach at the Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
This is the one who's in charge of putting out the stock overnight.
Sure.
Right? So, me and another employee we're bringing stuff out to cars, and we're on our way back in, and a dude walks out of the store, like, straight up saunters out of the store, like, doing a fucking, like, Shantae-ass walk, popping his hips,
Mm-hmm.
and he's got a PS5 in his cart. A disc PS5 in his cart.
Okay.
Okay.
You might not be aware of this, but PS5s you still can't fucking buy anywhere.
Yeah.
And we're not supposed to have them out until Black Friday, and we're only supposed to sell them to people who, like, pre-order them in a lottery.
Mm-hmm.
and this motherfucker just walks out with one.
So
And we learn
who did he kill?
nobody.
Huh.
He paid.
Says the name.
Misha, could you
Fix that one. Thank you.
Misha, could you put a funny little in there for me? Anyway.
Hold on, I got you.
Oh, that's perfect.
But
Thank
yeah,
you.
but where I said that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway.
she's gonna move. Misha will move it over.
Yeah, move it. Just move
the
it.
whole audio track.
Move that
Anyway.
one. So that way, when Carl says "I got you," there's no sound. This motherfucker, he pays this motherfucker $200
What?
for the privilege of buying a PS5,
Like,
and I'm sure he's gonna go around and sell it for $2,000 on eBay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, probably.
So this motherfucker just made a cool fucking $200 selling a PS5 early, and I was pissed
Oh my god.
because I am going to get a discount code for 20% off, and that stacks with my 10% discount code.
Nice.
And I was planning to use it on a PS5.
Yeah, that tracks.
I want one. It has been years.
It has,
want
and it's
one.
still inaccessible.
I somehow thankfully got mine right before the price increased solely in Canada.
Holy
So
shit.
That's funny.
I walked inside, and I walked up to my coach, this heavily pregnant woman who is just done with life.
Mm-hmm.
And, hey, we just sold a fucking PS5. She's just kind of like, huh, what? I'm like, yeah, PS5 just went out the door. What? So I walked back to electronics with her,
Uh-huh.
and I'm like, hey, what was with that PS5 that just went out? Oh yeah, Dickhead McGee, which is the name we're gonna use for him now.
Sure.
Yeah, he said not to ask questions and that we were selling this to that guy.
What?
All right.
And wait, what? So I got my coach to look at the cameras.
Uh-huh.
You know what? He straight up just handed him like a wad of money. He just straight up handed him a wad of money, and then bought the PS5 like normal.
Jesus.
Sounds about right.
And like, all right. So me and her walk up to him.
Uh-huh.
And we're like, hey, listen, we know what you did. We're willing to not tell anybody. But these two PS5s in the back room right here, and I grab them and I put them up on the highest shelf because I am the tallest.
Correct.
And I go, these two, you don't touch. Nobody touch. Mine and hers.
Very funny.
He went, okay. I went, yeah, okay. So I own a PS5 now.
Okay, cool.
Hooray, yay.
I haven't
Funniest
paid for it
possible
yet.
way.
But I own a PS5. It is physically in a place I can access.
God.
Oh, so funny.
That's so terrible.
I just have to wait till like Black Friday to buy it.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus
Oh.
Christ. All right.
So
All
So
right.
yeah,
I guess.
that was my week.
Hello, everybody. This is your captain speaking. Once again, cutting in just to, do some normal housekeeping stuff. Let's get right in there. I just had to boost my audio in the middle of it. It looked like my audio was a little low. It's concerning. If you'd like to keep up to date with the podcast, you want to know what's going on with us and everything, you could follow us on Twitter. Hey, follow at DipShipsPod on Twitter, or each of us individually at The Calamity Carl, at GFPPM, at Metorman, and at Echo Fetish, EKKO_fetish. I hate your fucking username, Nick. Also, if you have any questions or any topics you want to send in to us, send them to questions@dipships.boats. If you have, hold on, because I know that I made new ones. If you have any suggestions for the podcast, if you have anything you want us to add to the Patreon, if you have any thoughts on things we can do, you can send those over to suggestions@dipships.boats, which is new. I'm sorry, Misha, you're gonna have to make a new text thing for that. Yeah, suggestions@dipships.boats, and you can send us your suggestions for things that we can do and stuff we can add to the Patreon and places that we can add other than Patreon. I'm thinking that we're probably gonna go with YouTube memberships as another place, because I know that there are some people who just don't like Patreon. But speaking of Patreon, hey, if you want to support us there, then you can do that by going to patreon.com/dipshipspod. You can get things, you get like the $5 and above. You get to watch episodes of this show early, so long as it gets, edited early enough, which Misha's been doing a really good job of it. It's honestly surprising and cool, and Misha's a really good person. I love you, Misha. And, you also get to watch episodes of DipShips a day early. You also get to listen to the podcast a day early if you only do $1, which I think is pretty good. You don't get to see any of Misha's edits, but you get to at least listen to the podcast a day early for $1. Also, your name gets in the credits, $5 also gets you PMVA, which I don't know if G finished the next one or not. If they did, then I haven't seen it and I haven't paid for it yet. So it's not gonna be up for a hot minute. Actually, it might be done. I don't know. Oh yeah, it looks like it is. I'm gonna have to get that. Expect Mozinger at some point. Anyway, at $10 and above, I get to thank you right here in this little audio part, and I tell you things. You can listen. Yay! Let me tell you all about our $10 and above patrons right here and now. Starting with Alatos Diogenes. Bye. Breakdown 707. Dorgan 23. Dr. Papaka, the Purple Paka. Fire Trooper 113. Frost Samurai. Generic Jackal says, "It's okay, PM's Tooth. I'm also lost." Javier Porksword. Chris Derp. Lordy Fars. Mr. I Like Spam. Nap. Nagito Komaida's Last Bit of Sanity. Normalized Paguchamp and Sinister. PM's Tooth is lost and scared. Ramiru Tempest. Scrimbuth. So this is why they call it the Skeleton Dome. Vinegar Ultimax. Wimpy the Grizzly Bear. Wob. Zombie Slayer 051. And our $20 patron, Mr. Collector. And our $50 patron, Yellow Yondello. Thank you all so much for the support. It means the world to us. Let us know in the comments if you would like us to enable YouTube memberships, because I believe that we can make it so, not so much that there's a Patreon connection, but we can add specific tiers and YouTube posts so you guys can see videos early on YouTube without the need of being on Patreon for those. And also, I'm considering opening our recording Discord as a public Discord, but you guys just won't be able to see where we record. So, we'll see what happens there, but otherwise I've just been using my own Discord server because it exists already and is there for public spaces. Well, let me know in the comments, or again, suggestions at dipships.boats. Speaking of people I'd like to thank, I would like to thank Vidazen at _VIDAZEN_ on Twitter for our intro song Starbird and additional music Appetite Delight, Ride the Wave, and Seaside. Beautiful music, excellent music. I love this man so much. Thank you. I would also like to thank Shibuya Gato and Shora Art on Twitter for our art assets. Shibuya did the thumbnail, Jesus Christ. Shibuya did the logo. Oh my god, I just blanked on the word logo and just replaced it with thumbnail. Shora did the thumbnail. I'm losing my goddamn mind. I'm literally going actually clinically insane. Thank you both. And I'd also like to thank our editor Misha at The Misher, and our other editor G at Amazing G Guy, or Amazing GGG Guy, for, editing the podcast on Misha's end and editing PMVA on G's end. G's been doing a good job with it. Don't forget that we're also available on Podbean, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, and of course the video version on YouTube, which you can watch a day early by subscribing to Patreon. We're also on TikTok, DipShips Pod. Just look at tiktok.com/DipShipsPod. I've tried to put things up there. Sometimes I forget because there's a lot of things happening all of the time. And wait a second, don't forget that you can watch DipShips, the DipShips Humble Yu-Gi-Oh! Progression series. We are currently up to episode 8. It is a goddamn mess. And also, the Milmike Master Saga, or M3S, which me and Shibuya are doing on Shibuya's channel, which I have been winning more than I've been winning DipShips. Can't wait for that streak to end and Shibuya's to begin so I can be the biggest loser of them all. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Expect Mozinger PMVA soon, considering I just saw that it's uploaded and I have to pay G for it. So, can I even download it? Did G make it so I can't download it because I didn't pay yet? No, I can download it. Don't play. No. scary. Anyway, yeah, things. Metty still isn't working on Party Boat for some fucking reason, so I might just steal the drive that it's on and upload it and try to edit it myself or get someone to edit it. I don't know. I'll find out. At some point. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and please enjoy the rest of this episode.
Hello. If you're listening to this podcast, then you're either a big fan of boats or a big fan of listening to friends goof off for a few hours. Well then, I have excellent news for you. Yu-Gi-Oh! The show has plenty of boats. And the Millennium Microphone is a podcast where four friends rewatch the show with boats and also goof off for a few hours every other week. It features that Carl guy that you've been listening to here, along with Shora, BioRoxas, and me, Shibuya Gato. Check us out on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or Podbean. We also have a Patreon to see how many seasons people will force us to watch, so go check that out too, at patreon.com/millenniummike. If you don't know how to spell millennium, that's 2 L's, 2 N's, and then an MIC at the end. Or you could just Google us. I guess that works too. See you there!
Well, Metty, we both have a joint thing if you would like to,
Oh?
Oh, right.
The power of
So
teamwork?
this bitch over here ate a whole pound and a half of taco meat.
Well, that's not what I meant. I was drunk as shit. And I also thought, listen, Metty made a whole bunch of taco meat. It was sitting in a bowl, and then there was a container of taco meat next to it. So I went, okay, there's a lot of taco meat. I woke up the next day and saw the bowl empty. I went, Metty, eat all of that taco meat because all I see is that one container. So I just ate the container for lunch and dinner, and Metty came home and went, where's all the taco meat? You ate the whole fucking bowl. And I was like, I thought you ate the bowl yesterday, but no! I mixed it with the
I
old
had like
meat.
2 spoonfuls of that bowl.
Oh my
I felt
god.
awful about it because I had no idea.
This bitch ate a whole pound and a half of fucking taco meat.
Yeah, you know what can I say? I love slinging meat down my throat.
Oh, we know it, buddy.
Anyway, the actual thing that you were going to talk
Anyway,
about.
you guys wanna get a little whiff of cum?
No, it's not cum. I
It's
repeat,
not
it is
It's
cum.
not cum.
cum.
It looks very cloudy.
It's very
Oh,
cum-like, very cum.
My god.
It's arrived a lot earlier than I thought it would.
Is that the
Oh, hold on, I forgot to turn on the Discord.
DJ
thing.
Schlatt titty milk.
There we go.
DJ Schlatt's titty milk? Alright.
DJ Schlatt's titty milk. I didn't realize that the container. If this thing will fucking focus.
It won't.
Yeah, it does
It
a
won't.
really bad job of focusing. Tells a little story. You see him with his anime girls drinking it,
Yeah, he's got a little
and then he
comic
awakens with
going
the power of titty milk, and then oh,
Actually, my room's a
hey,
fucking
there
mess.
we
Don't
go.
use that footage. My
Oh,
room's a fucking
yeah,
mess.
Pika pika.
I was gonna hold up my own glass, but there we go.
Many, if
never
people can see and make fun of my fucking bum ass curtains, they can look at your room.
A nice look at
No,
that.
they can't. Not allowed. Anyway, yeah, mine looks like that, but it's in a much fancier glass.
Yeah,
That glass is already kind of fancy looking, I'm not gonna lie.
this one's kind of like melted. It's like, I think it's this one. One of them is like
Yeah.
kind of melted and pushed in. It's wild.
Oh.
That's because my fucking stepfather left it like next to the fucking oven burner as a
Oh.
turkey was baked.
Are these yours?
Yes.
I was going through all the
Okay.
stages of grief.
Your mom took all your normal cups and left you with the Coke ones.
You're right. You're actually very right. I think
Luckily,
she
I
had these exact
had
ones,
normal
which is
cups.
wild. Yeah.
So
I'm gonna take a little.
Is this a mini chips? Mini dips?
Chip dips.
This is
Chip
a dip
dips.
sip.
Dip sips? I like that one.
Oh yeah, dip sips.
That's not the best face I've ever seen you make.
Ugh.
It kind of tastes like raspberry cotton candy.
Huh.
It tastes like raspberry cotton candy Pedialyte.
Yeah. And the
Okay.
smell's kind of like movie theater popcorn, but bad.
Huh.
Like the
See, I
jelly
think
bean
it
kind.
smells like artificial blue raspberry.
Where does
Or
the
I
cum
guess just
come
blue
in?
raspberry because there's no actual.
Isn't it supposed to be blue raspberry?
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
I think it just smells like like a blue raspberry Slurpee kind of smell.
It's not
Gotcha.
terrible. I have 100 fucking servings of this.
Certainly doesn't taste like cum.
Actually, 98. Definitely doesn't taste like cum. Definitely looks
Don't
like
you-
it.
Wish
Don't
you got the
feel
fucking titty
energized,
cups.
Carl?
I feel so incredibly energized. I feel like I could punch God in the tit.
Which one?
Yes.
Not which god, which tit.
Oh, I was
Yes.
hoping you meant which God, but I kind of figured you meant which tit.
Well,
Okay.
now, you see, what you got to do is Metty's got to make a chicken nugget shot with it.
No!
Oh, but then it wouldn't taste like chicken nuggets.
Die.
Yeah, then
Chicken
it
nugget
wouldn't
and
taste
blue
like chicken
raspberry.
nugget.
Oh, I just poked my eye with a straw.
What
don't
could I
even-
make with this? What could I make with this?
You look enthused. Gulp it down, buddy.
Yeah, it's not great.
I
Like a
could-
4.
Damn. Metty, your thoughts?
I don't know. Like, for protein powder, it's
Could
it
be
certainly
worse.
tastes more like candy than it does
Yeah.
poison. So, like, aces.
Fair enough.
Congratulations, it's edible.
We take those.
Yeah, I guess like a 4.
Damn.
Too sweet.
Carl,
Yes.
how many grams of sugar are in one serving?
Oh, like a billion.
Let me take a look. No, this thing
Oh,
says it
God.
has no. It says it is sugar free, so that means they
Really?
put
Oh,
some fake
Cool.
shit in here.
No, I
Splenda
mean-
is worse.
Calories less than 1. Total carbohydrates less than 1. Got 100 milligrams of vitamin C. Vitamin D3. It says 100 IU. I don't know what the fuck that means.
God knows.
International unit.
There you
I
go.
have some friends who are going to be nutritionists, but God knows I'm not.
Caffeine. I don't see any mention of any form of sugar in here, actually.
I don't think they'll list sugar if they claim it as
It's a
sugar
lot
free.
better than I thought it was.
Uh-huh.
You know, I'm looking for like different chemical names that they would use for sugar and sugar replacements. I don't see any that look similar. I see a Kai berry.
The fuck is a Kai berry?
It's a berry.
Does it play Beyblade?
Yes.
All right.
Citric acid. Sucralose. That definitely sounds like a sugar thing.
I think it is. Because
Anyway.
sucrose is sugar, so...
But wait, that's not all.
Oh, shit!
So included with the titty milk,
Uh-huh.
much to my surprise, was a little protein bar that I'm going to put
Okay.
in the boardwalk. Imagine my surprise when I open the box and pull out a bar that says sus.
What?
Yep, sus snacks.
What?
Sus snacks.
Sustainable, nutritious food.
And I went,
That's a Rice Krispie treat.
It
fuck-
just
yeah.
looks like a Rice
hey,
Krispie treat.
let me tell you guys, it smelled, tasted, and looked exactly like a Rice Krispie treat.
You didn't
in-
save any for me?
Every way. I'm sorry, I didn't. It was my breakfast this morning.
I
So
mean,
sad.
you work at Walmart. You can get Rice Krispie treats.
Yeah, but I want this weird one.
So here's the thing. I took one bite last night and I was like,
Uh-huh.
yeah, no, that's a Rice Krispie treat. That's wild. And then this morning when I ate the rest, I sort of just kept munching, and the one bite was fine. When you have more than one bite in a row with no breaks and no drink,
Uh-huh.
you get this really weird aftertaste.
Would you describe it as a sus aftertaste?
It was pretty fucking sus, dog. It was more like it was like if they used a little more sawdust in the Rice Krispie treats than they normally do.
Ah,
So it was not great.
I don't love that.
Yeah, I think this also gets a 4.
The tactile feel of sawdust on
It
my
is
taste
not
buds.
not incredible. Not incredible. But wait!
Huh? Is there even more?
Wait, I have to find the picture now.
God damn it.
Because my camera is a little
I'm
there it
peeking.
is.
Hurry up.
So you what?
I'm peeking. Hurry up.
Anyway, I had a McRib.
The fuck is that? You know, you never mind. You
It's
said
a-
it's a McRib.
It's a McRib. It is still a McRib.
I've never had it. I've never been
But
interested.
this is the last McRib you'll ever eat.
Yeah,
I hope
okay.
so because it was
Until we
fucking-
bring it back again.
Hey, just like last year, it was fucking dog shit. This one was more dog shit because they put less fucking sauce on it, and I was like, oh, this sucks. But it doesn't stop there
Oh,
because I also get to review the McShits it fucking gave me for 2 days straight.
2 days?
I'd have to run to the bathroom every like fucking 30 minutes.
Oh my god.
And I was like, man, I am just dumping ass. It would not stop.
Quick question.
Mhm.
How much was the McRib?
How much is a McRib? It's like $8 or something like that.
Would you like a McRib?
So you paid $8 plus taxes or whatever to uncontrollably shit for 2 days.
Yeah, I mean, I might as well have just gotten fucking laxatives at that point, but
Right?
ungood. 3.
Damn, worse than the titty milk.
Worse than the... Oh, of course it's worse than the titty milk. Titty milk's titty milk.
That's fair.
Gets
that's
you
fair.
energized. I
Metty,
could
did
punch
you,
a hole through a wall.
Did you have any of the McRib?
Did you get a McRib?
And or the McShits?
No.
Lucky man.
Yeah, I ate that at work. I
saw the
to it.
McRib coming up and I was like, no,
No, I've never cared.
I'm sane.
So,
Can't relate.
Monday rolled around. Wonderful
It sure
Halloween
did.
day. And I got a text message from my boss in a group chat.
Sure.
2 hours overtime tonight. Everyone needs to be in.
What?
And I went, oh, we're doing forced overtime now.
For the whole shift?
Okay. So, 2 other guys besides myself came in, and I went, where's everyone else? And he went, what do you mean? And I went,
what do you mean?
You said you needed everyone. The one other guy came in, like, he comes in an hour early every day, seems like.
Uh-huh.
And he did another section for an hour. And then the other new guy just didn't do overtime. He doesn't do overtime. He turns it down whenever he gets it. So he was like, yeah, Dumpy's out tonight. You guys get to do his section. It's like, oh, sick.
You get as if it's like a fucking privilege or something.
Oh yeah, can you actually, I know that this is the name we use for him, but did he also say Dumpy?
No, he did not also say Dumpy.
All right, damn. It's kind of hopeful.
No, he's like, you get to do his section. And I was like, okay. And the other 2 guys were so kind and thoughtful to go, yeah, you get the gym area. We'll do the easy science rooms. You get the whole gym area to clean, which was the boys' locker room, the men's coach's room, and the whole gym, the whole stage in the gym. The door that no one else has a fucking key to get into an office besides Dumpy. So I left notes going, hey, I couldn't get in that room because you never gave anyone else a fucking key for that. The next day,
wait,
on Tuesday,
I don't know if this has come to the point where you've received the resolution to that yet, but did you get shit for not cleaning those rooms?
No.
Okay, thank Christ.
So the next day, Tuesday, I get woken up by one of my coworkers calling me. He said, hey, head custodian's out. He's sick. And I need someone to fill in tonight for the Dumpy section because he's still not in.
God.
And I went, fuck it, baby. I need money. I'll do it. Now, this is the night where it was the worst. Because you see, Monday was fine. There was nothing happening. It was good. We got done early. It was all fine. Other than my ankle absolutely killing me because I'm almost 400 pounds or maybe over at this point. Fucking running around a gym with a fucked up ankle that no one seems to know what's wrong with it.
Uh-huh.
So I went in an hour early because the other hour comes from us working through our dinner break, quote unquote.
Sure.
Hobbling around this building, going to get finished. I got to my area, opened my closet door, and one of the science teachers walks over to me and he goes, hey, did anyone tell you that we are going to be in this section tonight? And I said, no. As a matter of fact, this is the first I'm hearing of this, sir.
Awesome.
He went, yeah, we're going to be using the conference room, the big room with all the TVs in it, and 3 of the classrooms as judging rooms for a science thing happening tonight.
Okay.
Is a thing the school did in collaboration with NASA. You know,
I mean, that's cool, but
the Lift Off Leaders and Innovators Semi-Finalist Symposium.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, okay. They're like, yeah, one of the students gets to go to space. And I went, that's not what that is at all.
No.
But sure, you can keep saying that.
why did they make liftoff an acronym?
I don't know. I don't even know what it stands for. They didn't write it on the
It's not
fucking
on the fucking
thing.
flyer. What the fuck?
But it gets better.
Oh no.
Because they also used the entirety of the cafeteria, the entirety of the library, some of the science rooms that Dumpy has. And there was basketball practice in the gym that I had to clean. So I got done with most of my rooms, went down to the gym and went, oh, I can't do anything else right now for the next 4 hours.
Dope.
So it was a fun night.
Sounds like it.
For real.
It's
I would
great.
just simply kill a man.
I almost killed a man. Almost did it. So the next night, I believe it was Wednesday, the security guard comes up to me.
Sure. Oh, when he asks you about the cards.
And, no.
I'll kill him! I'll kill him dead!
He came up to me and was like, man, I was supposed to leave like 8:30 and it's almost 8:30 now, but I don't know. I don't think I can go. And I was like, why? There was a meeting in the cafeteria for the parents of the football kids.
Sure.
Discussing, of course, the football season. And they're trying to decide who's going to be in what positions for their little group.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that what the coach does?
Or like clubs?
That's what you think. No, it's this for the parents. This is for the parents of the football kids. They have their own little group that meets up for this, I guess.
Oh, so like the parents are deciding who's going to be the president of the group.
Yes.
Who's going to be the treasurer.
Yes.
Oh, the
people.
parent club.
So
yeah, they you could all meet in Jim's basement. He has a bar down there, you know.
For real.
One of them disagreed with another one, and they got in a very nasty argument that almost led to a fist fight.
What? Hang on, remind me. You're in a high school, right?
Yes.
Oh my god.
So, of course, security now has to stand in the cafeteria and watch. I came over and was like, let me know if anything starts, because I want to see it. I need to see it. I just see these raggedy old cunts beat the shit out of each other.
And he was like, LMOA, yeah, dude.
He's like, oh, I get it, for DipShips, the legitimate boating podcast.
If anyone in that building mentioned the podcast to me, I would jump out of a window. I would go to the roof of the building and swan dive into the concrete.
That's why anytime I'm like, I gotta leave early, I got a podcast. Oh, what's your podcast? Don't listen to it. Aside from the fact that I repeatedly refer to this place as the lesbian harem anime,
so,
like, please, you're all normies.
So I
Please
guess
don't listen.
the one who was the agitator eventually just sort of stood up and went, you know what, fuck this and fuck all of you, and stormed out. Except she didn't storm out. She got to the front doors and then stopped and turned around and just stood outside of the cafeteria and just sort of stood there.
What?
Waiting for someone to come after her.
Yeah.
Like,
Listening-
no, we need you.
Listening and watching and waiting on the phone, complaining about that. I don't know what I'm gonna do. These fucking two kids came by. I guess they recognized her and they were talking to her. She's like, they said these nasty things to me. I'm like, all right, listen, I need you to get the fuck out of my building. She only left when I started vacuuming the carpets, and she kept glaring over at me because she couldn't hear what was going on.
Jesus.
I'm like, good. I was waiting for her to come over and say something to me. I was waiting for it. I was going to go, I'm sorry. I have more of a life than you seem to, since you seem to care so much about this fucking nothing going on. So I need you to get out of my face so I can do my job, or I'll have to get security to forcefully remove you. Didn't have to come to that, but...
Good.
Man, if only.
Oh, man. People are fucking crazy.
So, I love my mother, but, again, she does this thing. As any parent would do. I get a text while I'm working. I think it's Thursday, and I'm like, I want to make sure I get done because it's parent-teacher conference night.
Sure.
Out of nowhere. So we got to get done with our areas as quick as possible so we can man the elevators, since none of them have actual push buttons. You need a key to open them.
Why are they taking the elevators? Can't they just take the stairs?
White people.
Oh, that's right. The Alabaster District. I forgot.
They also, in case one of them has like a bad limp or like broke their leg or something.
Okay, fair. Like accessibility, sure.
So,
like legitimate reasons.
Yeah. So while I am trying to rush and get my rooms clean, I get a message from my wonderful mother in our group chat with my sisters. That is just this picture of a silver Christmas tree and her going, ah! So I respond.
Same.
That's such an ugly tree.
I respond, of course, with a question mark.
Yeah.
She, of course, takes that as, oh, the picture didn't send, so she sends it to me on Facebook Messenger. And it goes, this pic. I hate these trees. I'm like, oh, I saw the pic. We know you hate them. Why are you messaging us what we already know, my bored mother?
Oh, that's so funny.
I came across the pic and had a flashback. Okay.
You don't understand. It brought her back to the war.
I have a thing. I'm going to interrupt you again, my friend. There was more to my week that I forgot about that you just unlocked.
Oh, shit.
Was it about Christmas trees?
Bonus route.
No. It's about my mother and texting.
Oh yes. Oh yeah.
So I get a text message while I'm working, and it's a picture of a speeding ticket, not from a township, but from like a commerce department of a township, not from like the police or like X, Y, or Z. So I'm still trying to figure out if I can ignore this ticket because it's a $50 speeding fine for a school zone on a Sunday.
Yep.
Outside of school hours on a Sunday. And it's like, you were going 30 miles in a 25. Okay. And I'm like, so my mom sends that picture and I respond to her like, for real? They're getting me for 5 miles an hour on a Sunday in a school zone?
What a bunch of
and she's like, oh, also you forgot my birthday. It was yesterday, but it's okay. I still love you. And I'm like,
oh my god.
Mother. So I text her, Mother, you are aware that my phone died, and I told you my phone is dead. I need all the important dates sent back to me, and you never did. It is your fault that I didn't call you on your birthday.
I'm gonna be real, I don't know my dad's birthday still.
And then she went, you should be nicer to me. I have skin cancer.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
So, my grandfather frequently suffered skin cancer.
Mm-hmm.
It's like not I forget what it's called. It's something with a B. It's not like deadly.
Okay.
Right? Like they can cut it out.
Botulism.
Yeah, I think.
I've heard the
Something
term.
like
I don't
that.
know what it is.
Anyway, we always figured that it was because Grandpa worked outside his whole life up on scaffolding
Yeah.
in 9 billion degree heat without a safety harness, you know?
Sure.
Like construction used to be back in those days.
Yeah.
But it might be genetic because my mom got it in like the exact same place.
Maybe.
I
And
mentioned
she works
it.
in an office.
I mentioned it to my mother, and she said that she doesn't believe, because she's been a nurse for a good couple of years. She said she doesn't believe that skin cancer can be genetic,
Oh.
but she's not certain. She thinks that it might not be that. It could be something else.
Well,
Huh.
I hope that she was just an idiot for like 7 years and forgot sunscreen.
Yeah.
Because again, she's partly the reason why my back is so burned. Anyway,
Eh.
so she's like, "Hey, I have skin cancer," and I'm like, "You can't just drop that over a text message."
I mean,
What the fuck?
I've had some strange things dropped to me over text messages. In the same text message I got while I was away at college from my mom, hey, we got a new cat. Also, I'm pregnant.
Jesus
That's
Christ.
pretty big. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Congrats.
But yeah,
Yay.
so she texted me all that, and she was like, "Oh yeah, don't worry. I'm getting it cut off tomorrow, and then the day after, I'm going to the plastic surgeon so they can stitch my skin back together." And I'm like,
Ew.
Oh.
"Then why?
Yeah,
If it's all fine, why did you throw it in my face as a gotcha? What the fuck?"
And just to make you
For
feel
the
bad.
gotcha, obviously.
Any day could be my last, and this is how you treat me.
Anyway, it's fine.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
pretty
go
much.
get it fixed.
That's why.
Yes, exactly.
That's why I tell my mom if she doesn't act right to me, I'm gonna put her in a home. You're never getting
Oh, no,
visits.
I already picked out Shady Pines, the same exact one they sent Sophia to in the Golden Girls.
Holy shit.
So Friday morning, I was sitting there, my room, watching Yu-Gi-Oh! GX from Mil Mike.
Generation X?
Yes.
Oh shit.
And I was like, I remembered something, because we still have these fucking bugs showing up. I keep finding at least 3 in our house every day.
Oh, yeah,
Sure.
I was like sitting in my room just playing Destiny, and I feel something land on my leg, and I look down, and there's just a little beetle there, and it's staring up at me, and I'm like, oh.
Somebody in the comments of the last episode
I don't know if you could hear that smack.
said
I could not, but it'll come in the
Said what?
thingy.
somebody in the comments in the last episode said or at least had an idea of what kind of bug it was. I forget what it was.
I
off the
forget
top of my head.
also, but I saw the comment. I was like, oh, it could be.
They're these little, like, black dudes with cool red markings, and they'd be really rad if they weren't in the house.
Yeah.
Fair.
So I was like, I remembered from my old district that when bugs would get into the building, we would just sort of spread cinnamon wherever they were, because cinnamon just sort of keeps bugs away.
What?
Yeah.
Huh?
That sounds incorrect. It is mostly sugar.
No, you'd be surprised, as a matter of fact. So I took some of the cinnamon we had and sprinkled it in my windowsill.
Did it work?
I didn't see any,
Okay.
And I'm sitting here, I'm watching Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm like, well, I smell cinnamon. This is nice. And I look at my window, and at
There's
that
even
moment,
more.
a nice gust of wind carries a whole bunch of cinnamon right into my room. And I went, yeah, no, actually, I should have figured that would happen.
Oh my god.
You
Genius.
fucking idiot. You fucking maroon.
Proud of you.
It's like, not my finest moment, but you know what? It's funny.
Oh my god. I went into the comments of the last video to find out about these bugs,
Mhm.
and I see 3 or 4 paragraphs about fucking BTS Cookie Run meta,
Cookie Run Kingdom news. Yeah.
and
Yo, alright.
that's incredible.
Yeah, them shits
Yo,
are
those cookies are so fucking overpowered, I decided to start doing the BTS event.
wild.
Like, I can't keep up because they literally turn invincible when there's 7 of them on an enemy team. Like, anyway.
So speaking of YouTube comments, we got some fun comments on DipShips.
Yeah, we sure did.
Oh,
So
I'm interested.
some asshole commented and was just like, just give up. And I remember writing out a whole sentence just like, maybe don't be an asshole to someone on their channel, bud.
Oh
But
my
apparently the
God.
comment didn't stick. So their comment just sort of sat there. And then like today I went and checked, like today or yesterday, I went and checked the comments again because I usually go through and read them. And I saw he put another one that just said, you should sound fatter.
Yeah, he said to the both of us, you should all sound fatter.
What does that mean?
Alright, that makes sense for PM because, you know, the first half of his title.
That's
But, like,
very funny.
what the fuck?
Holy
No.
shit.
Now, don't get it twisted. It's incredibly rude. But on the other hand, it's also incredibly funny. It was
Yeah,
one of my
like,
favorite
first
comments
of all,
of
Funny
the
as
entire
shit, but also,
episode.
what the fuck, dude?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really fun. I deleted them both because I was like, don't be an asshole. Come on. And then PM messaged me like, hey, bud, did you delete the comment? I was like, yeah. And he went, oh, it was really funny.
Like, yeah, totally get rid of the fucking you should just give up. That's just
Oh.
rude. There's no
You should
nothing
sound
constructive
fatter.
about the fucking criticism. But you should all sound fatter was fucking hysterical.
Oh, man.
Carl, next time that you come to me and you're like, hey, it's like 11 or whatever, can I like call you for a bit to show you this deck I'm workshopping? I'm gonna just look at it and say you should give up.
You should give up and also be fatter.
Oh, I think
Like-
I basically already said that to that one deck you showed me.
Yeah.
You know what's great though? You know what's great?
Hmm.
A hate view is still a view.
Yeah, yeah.
Get
That's
fucked,
true.
So
idiot.
true.
Hate
So
views
true.
Get
still a
fucked,
view.
idiot. You're helping our analytics.
Oh, man.
So,
I think I have to help our
if he got
analytics.
to the point where it's like he sees why Carl should just give up,
Yeah.
then that's a full fucking view, bud.
Yeah, a hate view is a view. So,
So if you know anyone who hates this podcast, please give it a share.
if you know anyone who hates boats, friends hanging out not talking about boats and Yu-Gi-Oh, please direct them to us. If they hate Cookie Run Kingdom and wrestling, that's a bonus.
so I got a little twisted last night.
Yeah, a little.
I couldn't tell.
I got a
What
little...
What with all the taco meat being gone.
I ate that before I got drunk, first off.
Fuck.
I had fucking lunch and then had the rest for dinner.
All right.
I don't know what you want from me.
The taco meat,
My taco
obviously.
meat.
Make some more, cry more, pussy. Anyway,
Fine, I will.
I got a little incredibly drunk
Mhm.
and then woke up at about 4 a.m. Just like,
All
oh
right.
man, I gotta poop. So I went and pooped and I was like, I don't feel great. So I went back to bed and I tossed and turned for about half an hour until I got out of bed and went to poop again and then stood up and projectile vomited directly into the toilet
Oh.
for about a solid 20 minutes.
Holy shit.
Did you also make a bunch of toast?
What?
I did make a bunch of toast.
Because, like, the bread was all gone when I woke up in the morning. I was like, I'm going to make myself, like, a little sandwich or something for oh.
Well, when you woke up today, there should have been bread because by the time you woke up, the groceries were here.
Oh,
No, there was.
oh
But
my
there wasn't
God.
any open bread, and I was like,
Oh,
So I
that's
hope
so
you've
funny.
opened the new one.
I didn't open the new
So
one.
did you make a bunch of toast just because you were drunk,
I-
or to help with the nausea?
No, I did that like before I went to bed. I was like, I'm gonna make some toast and eggs and spam.
Yeah, there was a serious, like, burnt smell.
Oh my God.
I kind of burnt a bit of the spam,
I could tell.
I love you, buddy.
and I threw up all in the toilet.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what spam does to a motherfucker.
And I spent the next few hours drifting in and out of sleep with the worst feeling in my fucking throat. Just like horrible fucking burn. Like there's a burning lump in my throat.
Ugh.
It sucked. Just to wake
Oh,
up
man.
at 7 a.m. to our landlady calling me saying, "Hey, Stop and Shop's outside with delivery for you." Looks like I have 4 missed calls
From her or
from this
like...
Stop and Shop guy.
Oh, okay.
I get a call as I'm getting my shit on to like go downstairs. That's just music playing. That happens twice before I go downstairs.
Sure.
I grab our groceries, bring them in. I go back to my phone because while I was going down the stairs, it rang a third time. I assumed it was him calling to like see where I was to get the groceries. I grabbed and went back upstairs and listened to the 4 fucking voicemails. They were all just like music playing, and then the last one was an actual person saying, "Hi, this is so and so at Stop and Shop. Your order's there." I was like,
You don't
"Oh, okay."
understand. They were trying to do their job by calling you, but also they really wanted to jam out for a while.
It was like fucking Christian gospel music. It was
Never
weird.
mind.
All right, you say that, but remember how the proto-men sound to the uninitiated.
No, that's fair.
Like, it could have just been like Powerwolf or something. You wouldn't know.
That's true.
So I was putting away the groceries,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm looking through the list of things. I'm like, there's some stuff missing. And then I see that they did not give us any of the American cheese that I made sure to get 2 of because I requested a pound, and they went, "Well, we don't have a pound. We'll just give you nothing." Instead of giving you any other kind of American cheese in a pound, we will just give you none. We Land of Lakes, we have no Land of Lakes. We have Boar's Head, but we're not going to give you that. Suffer.
Oh my God.
So I had to go and get that from a different Stop and Shop today, the one that is by us.
Wait, you didn't order from the one that's by us?
That one doesn't accept orders for delivery.
Then why do they show that they do? Okay.
It comes from either like up by my job or out in Long Beach.
Huh.
That's funny.
Not the one that's right near us. So fucking dumb. Also, I went to see a movie today.
Oh, you sure did,
what'd you
buddy.
say?
I'm quite
Oh.
jealous, actually.
I went to see Film Red. I wanted to wait until the day where me and Metty both had a day off, but people are getting
That doesn't
very
exist.
aggressive with posting about it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Days that we both have off do not exist.
Yeah, I was like, "Well, your next one is what? Wednesday?"
My next day off's tomorrow.
Oh, that's not when my next day off is.
I know.
So I was like,
Hence the problem.
"Yeah, I'm gonna go see it before someone spoils it for me because they're absolutely going to."
Yeah. I've been mostly able to avoid stuff except for the stuff I already talked to you about.
It's a good movie.
I'm excited. I'll see it eventually.
It's really fucking good. It's definitely beating out Strong World as one of my top favorites. Hasn't cleared Film Z.
Well,
Film
Film
Z's
Z is one of the
still,
only ones I've seen, and it's fucking awesome.
It's still one of the best movies I've ever seen in my life.
I saw that Film Red beat, what's it called? Black Adam, which I think is hilarious.
So
At
good.
the
Well,
box
yeah,
office.
that's Black Adam's apparently Garbo.
I know, but still it's the thing of, like, anime movie beats out... Is it DC?
Yes,
beats
DC.
out Dwayne The Rock Johnson, let's be honest.
Yeah, you're right.
Fuck
Beats
DC.
out Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
DC's never gonna do good, but Dwayne The Rock Johnson getting his ass beat at the box office by fucking Monkey D. Luffy.
Yeah, exactly.
Funny.
Well,
Very
you know
cool.
what this means now, right?
That he has to change his
What's
name
up?
so that the D, like, Dwayne becomes his middle name, so he can go by, like, Wayne D. Rock.
No, it
Nope,
means
doesn't
that
work.
fucking
Johnson.
Yeah, I don't know.
the Rock's gonna try to greenlight a live action One Piece movie for him to be the star of,
I mean,
or a
ooh.
star of.
I mean, they're already doing a live action One Piece series.
Yeah, do you think Dwayne can get in on it still?
Well, considering there's a guy named Rocks in the fucking series, he
That's
might
what
be
I'm
able
saying.
to. Yeah, Film Z's.
He wants to be Roronosaurus.
Film Red's
Oh
really
my
good.
God.
Definitely go see it if you want. You don't need to like. You just need to know of One Piece. You don't need to know anything that's currently happening in the series.
Doesn't the big spoiler power get used?
See, that's what I thought too, but
So here's the
apparently
thing.
not really.
It gets used in a way that Luffy goes to do an attack and then goes into it, but you don't see any of its colors or anything. I didn't even know he was into it until they did a close-up of his face, and I went, oh, his eyebrows changed.
Oh, so it's used in a way that Luffy clearly doesn't even know he's using it.
And then
Okay.
they showed it from
all
behind
good.
for like a few frames, and then it was done, and I was like, oh, well, I mean, that doesn't really, like, I got excited for nothing, but
I mean, still rad.
Yeah.
it was pretty cool. It's a really good movie. Uta's probably one of the best characters that One Piece has ever had.
What I will say is I've seen one other person talking about this, and they were like, it was really smart of them to give Ado an 1.5-hour music video.
Yeah,
And
no,
considering
pretty much what it
how
is.
much I love that
Okay,
artist.
Yeah, I was gonna ask about that. Is Uta voiced by Ado, or does she just sing?
She does the singing voices. I don't
Okay.
think she voices her.
No, but I do, if I recall correctly, I saw something that the voice actress for Uta is recording a cover of one of the songs Ado did, which will be fun to listen to eventually.
Yeah.
I'm glad more people get to know of Ado.
Right? She's so fucking good.
I've been on her ever since she put out Odo.
Mm-hmm.
That one fucking
Actually, that's
anthem
what got me
sounding
too.
thing. Yeah, it was around the time of that release. I'm like, yo,
PM?
this bitch fucks.
I strongly suggest you listen to the music that she did for Film Red, because
I've
That's
heard
literally all of it.
Okay, good.
I've heard all of it already. It's fantastic.
It's so fucking good, actually.
There's that one. I forget what it's called. But the music video is Uta like growing black wings and shit, and it's very like hardcore sounding. I fucking love that one.
Talk
Yeah.
to
That one's
Musica.
like my favorite.
Yep.
Yeah, that one's fucking good.
It's all good. It's all awesome.
Oh, it's so fucking. I want to do a spoiler cast of this movie at some point. It's so fucking good. I love everything about it. That was my week.
It's good shit,
There was a lot of week to get through, but we got there.
right? We all had things that happened. Doesn't always happen that way,
Did
especially
we do
with me.
Bums Week?
We did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went second.
Oh, right. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
just,
you know, the countdown to depression,
Yeah.
That happens.
cultists.
You see, if you're already depressed as shit, it's not a countdown.
Hey fellas, you want some questions?
I'll take some questions.
Lay it
Yeah,
on me,
let's go.
Captain.
If you have any questions, send them into questions@dipships.boats or respond to the tweet put out
Ship.
almost every Sunday.
Hey, before that,
Oh,
it probably was already said in the ad break, but we have merch now.
Yes, that is right. We now have DipShips merch available now at www.streamlabs.com/the-calamity-carl/merch. Peruse the wares, including and currently limited to a funny shirt, a funny hat, and a funny keychain thingy. Oh my gosh, I can barely contain my excitement. Truly, this is the best timeline. Raffle-a-mow XD kitty face roar.
oh
We
shit.
do.
Did we actually make the
Yo.
PM Sucks shirt?
No.
Not
Okay.
yet.
Oh. Could I see that merch?
No.
You didn't,
Oh.
you didn't show me the merch. What do you mean no? Oh, okay.
What do you mean?
You never showed me the merch.
That's because I
did
made
we?
it last fucking night.
While you were
Yeah.
blitzed?
While I was streaming, I went, hold on, let me throw a new shirt up.
Okay.
Also, Carl, you're foul.
Yeah?
Because
All right.
apparently for a while, we've had the DipShips bucket hat and like a little keychain
Yeah.
for like a couple of weeks, and you just never announced it on the podcast.
Oh my god.
I only heard about it like a couple of weeks ago on your
Yeah,
stream.
you want to know why? Because I did it on a stream and then forgot about it because life happens, PM. I'm sorry I don't remember shit half the fucking time. Depression
Bro.
makes you forget things.
Sure does.
So you can get a DipShips logo bucket hat, avatar keyring tag, and a DipShips shirt with all of us on it.
Wait, all of us? All of us?
All of us on it. Get your fucking shirts.
Damn.
I mean,
Yeah,
get
try
that
that.
hat.
Get that hat. That hat's nice. You can go fishing with that.
We should go fishing.
We should go fishing.
On a boat, right?
Yeah.
Gail asks us, what is your favorite cookie? I'm a fan of shortbread with toasted macadamia nuts.
That does sound good.
Ooh.
I am a slut for those peanut butter cookies that you like press the fork into to give them the little pattern, you know?
Yeah, those are good.
Love those so much.
I gotta say, I love me a good tried and true chocolate chip, but it's gotta be a good chocolate chip.
Like a chewy melted.
I can go either way.
Okay.
I don't have a definitive preference. The only preference I have for said chocolate chip is I do not like semi-sweet. Either go milk or dark.
I agree.
That's fair. Yeah.
I agree. I need a nice, soft, warm, chewy chocolate chip. That's the best.
Yeah, that would be
Kidding
my
me? We
choice
can't
for
get
that.
XL fucking shirts?
You trying to order merch right now? You need to be thinking about cookies, Metty.
Oh no, there it is.
I was gonna say they're
Listen,
XLs.
I want a
What are you
shirt
talking
with my face on it. Being a drunk bitch.
about? Well, I mean, you can't wear it to work. They'll know.
Why not?
They'll
They
know.
already know. I just tell them not to listen to it because they're all normies.
Look, I will buy a bucket hat and I will probably buy a keychain. I refuse to buy the shirt because I refuse to give raccoons any power.
Damn, there we are.
Yeah, we'll get more things made eventually.
Oh my god. I would totally
Metty?
buy that shirt. I just need to
Anyway,
get money
my
in the
favorite
bank.
cookie
Yes.
is
Yes.
pumpkin pie cookie. She's really strong,
Cookie Run Kingdom news.
and
Oh,
she has
fuck
that summer.
you.
So Yellow Yondello asks. Oh wow!
Oh
that's
wait, no, Squid Ink cookie.
God damn it,
My
Metty.
son, my precious son.
I had a feeling.
So, oh my god. Yellow Yondello asks a question. When opening up a Yu-Gi-Oh pack for the first time, do you remember what card was the first one you ever saw? If not, perhaps the card that you remember the most from your first pack.
Oof.
Mine was this
Boy, do I have an answer.
fucked up Aku Beam. Is what they've said.
Okay.
Oh, look at him.
And they say,
How's that a fairy?
on an unrelated note, I offer as tribute my pledge to the Patreon to get Rear Admiral PM some of Schlatt's titty milk.
Let's go.
Duh.
Carl already has my fucking tub.
I'll send it over to you. Don't you worry.
The very first Yu-Gi-Oh product I ever held was the Yugi structure deck. So whatever the first card is on that deck is the first card I ever held.
It's probably Dark Magician. I think they put him in the front specifically.
so, too.
It was probably. That's probably why he's like my favorite monster.
I unfortunately am like stupid, right? And have
Mhm.
terrible memory. I couldn't tell you, but I was playing around the time of the Yugi structure deck release, so probably that.
Like, I'm also like, it's got to be one of the early ones. Like, maybe Joey.
Because like I played when the Yugi stuff came out, and then stopped for like, I don't know, 10 years or some shit, and then picked it back up in senior year.
Yeah, mine was either Dark Magician or Blue Eyes from the Yugi or Kaiba structure decks. I believe I
Yeah.
had both.
Like, it was definitely during that.
Yeah, that very start.
That arc.
Apologies
Like-
if this is a little vague for you, but we're all old.
Listen, all right. When we first started playing Yu-Gi-Oh, all of us, the life points were capped at 2,000. And believe me, those 2,000 life points, boy, it was a slog to get through them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh boy, yeah, it was.
Because
Here's
4-star monsters had about 800 attack on average.
Lajin.
It's true.
Yeah, Lajin, Celtic Guardian. So here's a
Guardian.
question for all the old men.
Bless you.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yes?
Do you remember the first Yu-Gi-Oh card that you like popped off on? It's like you knew, like you didn't know about rarities, but you knew that this was like the big dick card.
Relinquished.
Do you mean like a specific, like this is a rare card that I love, or just this is a card that I loved using and it was good?
It was a card of high rarity.
Shit, what was it?
I mean, isn't technically my card an ultra rare from that pack?
If you pulled from that pack.
When I was
And I probably did. I had one really early.
in college, I don't remember what this was called. I think it might have been the Heretic Sun Dragon Overlord or some shit.
Mm.
It was a ridiculous Exceed monster that was going for like $60 at the time, and is at this
That's
point
fair.
probably pennies. But I pulled it and I was like, oh shit, I can use this to buy so many more packs.
Yeah, understandable.
I don't remember which one I pulled first, but the 2 cards that I like popped off at was Beast of fucking Talwar.
Oh, that's a good one.
It's an ultra, despite being fucking weaker than Summoned Skull, and Tyrant Dragon.
That's also a very good one.
I fucking love Tyrant Dragon.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure mine was just relinquished because I knew it from the anime.
That's fair.
I mean, again, if the boy counts, then the boy counts. I'm not gonna say it and, make it the most, like, you all know what I'm about. God the fuck damn.
It's true.
But, I don't, like, I did pull a Blackluster Soldier from an actual pack.
Ooh.
Does that count?
Yeah,
Because that was
absolutely,
pretty
that
rad.
counts.
I think
I
so.
didn't have the ritual to summon him.
You don't need it.
Yeah, nowadays you don't need it.
Now you don't need it. Back then, when he was a ritual monster and not one of these arrow cards,
And just slap that shit down. We were 8. What are we gonna do? Say no?
I mean, damn, you're kind of right.
So
Hang on.
Hams
I have this for you,
asks-
Metty, actually.
We were
You've already seen it, but just to throw it in for the podcast, I had crafted this because of some events earlier this week.
yes, that's
Oh,
me. Hello.
That's
Everywhere
pretty
I
good.
go, I see his face.
That's pretty good.
Uh,
Hams asks us, I recently found out they're doing sets of Pokemon figures called a Bandai Shodo, which I normally pass on, but they recently put out the King of All Mons Infernape wrong, and I caved because this God King monkey had to make do with fucking minifigures and plushies for nearly 2 decades.
they put out a Soto figure of
The
Infernape?
actual
guess.
question, what's something you've bought that all good reason has advised you against, but you got anyway? There's a $400-something arcade machine sitting in our living room.
Yep, that was definitely a mistake.
It was worth it,
I-
though.
I play it a lot. Like
There's the Infernape.
That's pretty good Infernape.
Like, I do play on it for a good chunk, at least twice a week.
What game is it?
Whenever I get pissed off, it's
That's a
one of
lot.
those 12-in-1s.
Ah, gotcha.
It's an arcade 1-up, so it's got like Galaga, Galaxian.
They do sell individual game arcade 1-ups
Yeah.
for the same amount as this one. So
God.
it's like,
I'm trying to think.
When a particular game that may or may not have been related to one of my favorite soccer anime special interests came over to America,
Nerd.
they released the deluxe edition for $80, and I bought it on principle. I would say I got my money's worth out of it because I did dump like 80 hours into the game. But what the deluxe edition gave you was like access to the season pass and stuff, and the season pass was just like extra characters that I did not care about. So once I had played my 80 hours, I was done, and then they were like, "Hey, here's free stuff." I was like, "I'm done. You can have it."
The PSP Go.
Damn.
Because, that was very much not an intentional buy. That was
What?
that was me and my brother going to a Future Shop back in the day. Drunk off our asses. He needed like fucking batteries or something. And I walked across the kiosk of the PSP Go and I'm like, "Ooh, shiny, give me one." And I bought it.
Awesome.
And I woke up the next day with a fucking PSP Go in my bed. I'm like, I don't fucking want this piece of garbage.
Aw.
So I go to fucking return it.
but you already
receipt,
came
and
on it, so they won't take it back.
I brought it back, receipt and all, and they're like, "No, we're not taking it back.
Wow.
No, we're not taking it back."
I mean, I know the reason
Because it was the only PSP Go they sold.
Yeah, exactly.
Probably. So I'm like, great. Now I'm stuck with it.
Feel like we
And
had a
I couldn't-
bet, and you
I
made
couldn't
us
do
win.
fucking anything with it for years except play the fucking Patapon 2 demo. And then after
That game
like
was so
5-6
cute.
years after its release, it was finally hackable. I'm like, great. Now I can play Birth by Sleep.
Fair enough, I guess.
Hell yeah.
When you walk away.
Milo
I still haven't
asks-
played Kingdom Hearts 3.
Milo asks, ahoy hoy, boat boys.
I kind of love that, actually.
We all have our favorite PM story. What a funny old life he leads. What a funny, silly life PM leads. What a
Thanks.
silly little Billy.
Yeah.
Is
But
that
do
all
you
in
have
the email,
any-
or is that just
No.
you?
Yeah, that's me.
Okay.
But do you have any favorite Carl, Metty, or Nick stories?
Oh,
I'm a
Lord.
big fan of the time that Carl said that a kid in his school. Oh, I can't read the rest of that one. Thanks, Milo, Caliban, Dracus, Holmes, Carl's favorite viewer. No, maybe.
My favorite
man.
Carl story was one that he told on the fucking Triple Axis podcast back in the day of his
Jesus Christ.
of his mentally slow cousin popping out of his uncle's ass going, "Oh!" like a fucking baby. I think about that like once every couple of months. Just Carl going, "Ah!"
Oh my god. Stepbrother, by the way.
Funny.
Yeah, whatever. Oh god.
Oh.
Oh, it's so funny.
My favorite story about Metty is probably one that I don't even think he was the one that told me about it. It might have been Carl. I don't remember who initially told me this story, but it was just the first time they met Metty. And they, like, I think they were at a con, and they opened the door to the hallway, and Metty's just towering over them. And he's just like, hey.
Hey.
That's all it is. It's such a simple story, but I just imagine this fucking, especially because I'm short, just fucking giant, just, hey, what's up?
That's better than what happened to Dylan.
Yeah, I was just gonna say my favorite story from Metty is the one where we went to Fanime and Dylan, our dear friend, showed up to the hotel room to meet us with her mom and her brother and was like, "Hey, these are my friends, they're really cool," and knocked on the door. Metty opened it with a box on his head and went, "Pool's closed," and just slammed the door in their faces.
Metty, I fucking love you.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, that's so awesome.
My favorite Nick story is him getting mugged for Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
That was funny.
Hell yeah, that's the best one.
I don't think any, like, of my many stories, I don't think anything can top either that one or the terrible burnout story.
Yeah.
And my favorite Metty story is him talking shit about Pat, not knowing that it's actually Pat.
Yeah.
Not knowing
That
it's
is
Pat
funny.
like 20 feet away from me.
Oh, man.
Oh, that was a good one. Wubkey asks, what's your favorite number to pick for Deal or No Deal and why? This question may or may not be inspired by me rewatching a great video.
Right. Yes. So my obvious answer is 17, because 17 has never laid me astray.
Laid?
Yeah, led, whatever.
I don't know how Deal
Yeah,
or No
get
Deal
laid.
works.
I always pick number 13 because it's the lucky number.
Same.
So Nick,
We were both
basically,
born on the 13th of a month. I don't know what you want here.
That's fair, actually.
there are 25 cases.
Okay.
I believe it's 25, and
I think the number changes depending on season.
Oh, okay.
yeah, and you pick a case, and basically you're playing fucking money chicken.
Yeah, you're playing high-low, basically. Do you think your case is higher or lower than the one that you picked?
Okay.
Or no, so all the cases have a different amount of money, and then one's got like $1 billion and shit, right?
Sure.
It's from a penny to $1 million.
Yeah, okay. So basically, you pick the one that you have that's yours,
Uh-huh.
and then you say, you're like, all right, number one, and they're like, all right, do you want to trade for number one, or we open it? Open it, and then there's $1 million in there, and you cry.
Okay.
And then you open the next one, and the next one, and the next one, and eventually you're left with the two cases, and you decide if you want to swap or keep. And then they open yours, and it's a penny, and you get fucked, idiot.
All right.
That's the game.
And
Yeah,
so
that's
the
the
question
game.
is if I would, which one I would start with, or
Yeah,
which
which
one I
number
would.
would you-
Yeah,
would you
what
pick
would
for
you
your
start
case?
I would start with 21.
21.
Misha, put in the funny. Hey, Misha, you know the funny kid that says 21? Put the 21 in right there.
Yeah. Show that we're nice and dated.
Wob asks,
Wait, hang on, just another real quick. Man, it is very fun. Very, very fun to be like, why, yes, I have it on good authority that this juice is indeed bussing.
yeah.
Fuck you.
No cap, my friends.
Oh, that's so
No cap.
funny.
Wob asks, if you could change it so that you created a famous invention instead of the original creator, what would you claim is your own?
Calling Harry Potter.
I
God,
mean, you took the
how
best
could
one.
you take that away from Hatsune Miku?
Minecraft.
That's a
How
good
could you take that away from Hatsune Miku?
Fortnite.
Well,
See, I choose the obvious answer. I
Hatsune
choose
Miku.
Hatsune
Yeah.
Miku.
Either
Oh,
like Fortnite or One Piece.
those
man.
pretty good also. I think we've answered favorite ship.
I believe so, yeah.
Anime or game or TV fantasy. Yeah, we've answered one like that before. Dual Tainer Neon asks, since Film Red is out, which is your favorite song from the movie?
Oh shit. It's called Backlight.
The one I described before. I forget its
I've only
name.
listened to like 2 of them, so I can't answer. I'm waiting to watch the actual movie to listen to the whole soundtrack.
That's
you know,
fair.
That's
yeah.
fair.
PM, you're thinking of Tot Musica.
Yeah, that's it.
What about yours,
That
Carl?
one fucking rules. Fleeting Lullaby.
Also very good.
Fucking so good.
This is one of the few questions where there is absolutely no wrong answer because she's just that fucking good.
I was like surprised by her fucking vocal range. I was like, holy
Yeah, she's insane,
shit.
dude.
Wild. It sent shivers down my fucking spine.
Speaking of vocal range, and Otto,
Yeah.
there is this one song, I forget what it's called. I'm just gonna fucking link it. This woman is insane. The way she sings, she can make herself sound like 12 different people.
Yeah.
Like, you know, she does that octave thing where it's like it's her normal voice, but then she goes like 12 octaves, like Shakira. You know how Shakira has her normal voice, and then all of a sudden she's like 12 octaves lower.
Yeah, and then it's the vine of her putting her hand in hot water and going, ah!
Yeah, this song, it sounds like there's 12 different people on this track when it's just one person. It's insane. I love this woman. I
was
love her
listening to
range.
it earlier. It's really good.
Yeah. She's one of my, if not my favorite, no, not my favorite, but definitely like top 3 artists. She's so good.
How has this woman not done an anime OP?
Give it time.
That's a great question.
She's now done all of the One Piece Film Red intros or
I was about to say
soundtrack.
that she seems like kind of the exact shit that Sympho Gear would be like, hi, yeah, would you like to be our major villain for a whole ass season?
I've heard so many tracks of hers where I'm like, this is just an OP or ED.
Yeah.
Like,
I've never
it's
actually seen
insane.
her in anything I've watched. I don't know if she's ever done any of them, like any openings or endings, but she could definitely fit it easily.
Let us know.
Yeah,
know.
if you know anything that she's done for openings, let me know so I can maybe watch it just to hear her opening.
Daito asks, favorite Power Ranger or Super Sentai morpher?
Ooh.
All right, well, I'll go first because I have an obvious answer. I'm
That's-
sorry to cut you off.
No,
Nick.
it's okay.
The Dien driver. I like the funny gun go click click.
Yeah, that's not what that's either of those are no.
I know. What do you mean? It was in Shikenger.
No, Shikenger was in Decade, you fucking idiot.
No, for real though, obviously the Zoo Buckle, Mighty Morphin.
Yeah,
I personally
We're
am
boomers.
a huge fan of the Chronomorphers from Time Force.
Those
Those
are
are
really
pretty good.
fucking cool.
I like the Morphers. I forget which series it was where they're just swords.
I don't even think that's Ninja Storm.
Shinkenger,
Yeah,
which was samurai over here, I believe.
yeah, that's Samurai.
Like, look at this fucking thing.
No, Samurai. I think they still use the
That's
phones.
just cool.
I don't know. Unless you mean the Ninja, but I don't know if that came out over here yet.
Ninja Steel. Yeah, it did.
Oh, it did.
You know what else was good? What was it? Was it the Zeo ones or was it the in space ones where it was the 2 separate wrist pieces that they put together?
Those are the Zeo ones, I believe.
Yeah, that
The
was
Zeo ones are
that was,
ace.
yeah,
Those
that
are
was
really cool.
I was really torn actually between the Chronomorpher and the in space ones, which I think is like a flip phone basically, but it was cool.
For a newer one, I'd probably say Kyoryuger because I like the funny gun, or maybe Dawn Brothers because I love that fucking gun also.
The guns are really good.
But also the Mega Brace. I forget what series that one is from.
I'm sorry, I'm an idiot. The hamburger.
Damn, you're right.
Yeah, no, you're right.
It's the hamburger. It wins.
SPD Emergency.
That's a good one as well.
Pretty good.
God, there's a lot of good morphers. Hold on.
I love how it's SPD Emergency in both English and Japanese.
Oh, is it? That's awesome, actually.
Yeah, that's the transformation call. SPD Emergency and SPD Emergency.
I don't remember which series it was, but there was one where they had like a wrist brace thing that had like a number pad on it or like a key something on it, and you could just type shit into it.
Lightspeed Rescue.
Yes, I like that one.
I think that was the Silver Rangers morpher in Lightspeed Rescue,
I think so, yeah.
and like the others had a different one.
The Quantum Ranger. Thank you very much.
That's true, it was the Quantum Ranger.
Wasn't Quantum
No,
Ranger
the
Time
Quantum
Force?
Ranger wasn't Lightspeed Rescue.
Was
The
it not?
Quantum Ranger was Time Force.
Yeah, he was the Titanium Ranger.
Lightspeed Rescue is
Lightspeed. Titanium.
Titanium does sound right.
You're right. Titanium's light speed and quantum is time force. You're right. I'm an idiot.
I don't think I watched enough Time Force
I only
to get
know
to quantum.
I only know that because he's the only completely original Power Ranger.
Really?
Yep.
He did not have a counterpart in Japan. They just made him up on the spot.
I think they added him into one of the movies
They might have.
after we made him. I think they added him in as like a cameo character in the background.
I remember that dude being cool, but also I was, like 11.
Yeah, hey, West Power
He was
Rangers.
raised by the bad
you
guys.
should do that more often because that character was like one of the best parts of that show.
Yeah.
He was a fantastic character.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they won't.
No.
Yeah, I know.
Just like they won't give any women starring roles and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
All right, let's do one more.
Sure.
Chills asks, since the Ishizu card retrains came out, what are some classic Yu-Gi-Oh monsters from old times you'd like to see get retrained?
I think we did answer that.
We
one already.
answered
Did we do that
something
one?
like this, because I remember talking that I wanted like an actually playable Stardust Dragon.
Yeah, and I went interspatial purple horny.
Purple horny.
Interplanetary
Purple
purple
horny
thorny dragon.
Purple horny dragon.
Then we'll do a different one. Omega asks, if you could always smell like one thing, what would you choose?
I already know what PM already always smells like.
Ayo.
That's fucking rude.
A
How dare
little
you?
bit.
Shit.
I'm sorry, am I wrong?
Yes? Yes, actually? Unless you're assuming weed.
I am assuming weed.
Okay, then never mind.
The fact that
I
these
take
two
it
said
back.
shit, I mean, yeah, I can see how they'd get there, but like weed, obviously.
I'm making
it's
a
you.
joke. Of course it's fucking weed. It's the weed master over there.
Actually, severely less because I've cut out flour almost entirely.
Huh?
I vape.
Weed.
Oh.
Yeah.
So,
Like
like,
fat fucking clouds.
if I smoke enough of it, like my BO smells a little like weedy. But let's see, what would I want to smell like? Fucking
Yeah, that's
fresh baked cookies.
kind of hard, because I think eventually if you smell just that, I don't know. I think people might get tired of it, but also, like, yeah, if PM, like, if you were just cookies every time, that'd be kind of pleasant.
Yeah.
I would say like cherries, cherry blossoms, or cinnamon.
Yeah, that's a good one,
Pleasant
too.
smells.
I guess, like, this is... I don't know if it counts as a specific smell, because I don't know what makes it, but just that autumn air.
That's fair.
Yeah, like ozone. Yeah, that'd
Yeah.
be nice. I mean, for a while there, because I was just out of the fire pit every night, I really did smell like a campfire constantly.
See, that's the one where it's like, oh, this would be nice. Once or twice.
Yeah. And I always did kind of smell like alcohol constantly.
There we hit a bar.
Yeah, so like... But it's also just kind of depressing to smell like alcohol constantly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They wouldn't let you anywhere near a school.
Good, I don't want to be anywhere near a school. Thank you. Keep all children the fuck away from me. Thank you.
Just reminds me
Anyway.
of that tweet where it's like, the fact that I am at risk of seeing a 14-year-old's opinion at any time during the day is a human rights violation.
Correct. I don't know. I like cherries.
Cherries are good.
We got cherries, cookies,
Strawberries.
and autumn air.
But yeah, let's just go with like red fruit melody.
That's fair.
Hey, would you guys
Deadly.
like a fact about a boat?
I would,
I
actually.
mean, not really, but go off.
Well, fuck you, I would. Give it.
We legally have to, so go fuck yourself, asshole. Divers have found a dense and thriving ecosystem just meters from where the Titanic debris was uncovered.
Oh.
I'd hope so. It's
I was simply
where fish live.
I was simply browsing through my phone, and they were like, "Hey, we see that you've been looking up things about boats. Would you like to hear about the Titanic?"
Holy shit.
I'm like, "Yeah." It's just this article titled "Divers Unearth 26-Year-Old Mystery Surrounding Titanic Shipwreck."
Oh my god. You're just gonna tailor your algorithm around boat facts. It's gonna do your
Yeah, it
job
looks
for
like.
you.
Let's see. Almost 30 years ago, P.H. Nargilat? I don't know,
Sure.
something like that. A veteran pilot of the submersible Nautile and a renowned Titanic diver discovered a puzzling object on sonar that was reading the area around the 1912 shipwreck. He spent endless nights wondering if what he saw was a shipwreck or a geological feature. He swam to the target and discovered the object in question was, in fact, a volcanic reef.
There's a volcanic
turns
reef
out-
under the Titanic?
As it turns out, now, you won't believe this, but fish live in the ocean.
Not in a volcano.
Let's see. The spot was reported to be
Yeah,
the
it's warm,
Titanic
idiot.
wreckage's neighbor and a natural abyssal deep sea reef of extraordinary biodiversity at 2,900 meters.
Goddamn.
This shit is warm.
Some
so
of those
of course they're gonna be,
eyeless
like,
fish.
warm.
Yeah, we didn't know what we would discover. On the sonar, this could have been any number of things, including the potential of it being another shipwreck.
Or another piece of the fucking Titanic.
Yeah.
Yeah. The apparently basalt volcanic formations are remarkable, and we were astonished at the diversity and density of the sponges, bamboo corals, other cold water corals, squat lobsters, and fishes that were thriving at 2,900 meters deep in the North Atlantic.
Does this count
It's
as
nice and warm.
does this
There's a
count
lot
as
of
one of
things.
those like
There is just a bunch of fucking... There's just a bunch of naked people fucking underneath this article.
what?
Nice. Nice.
Hey, New York Post,
High
what the
five.
fuck's going on, bud?
Put that-
Hold on, this
put
is
that
more
in the
important.
fucking-
Bouncer
Bouncer.
has sex with naked woman in nightclub as patrons cheer him on.
No, I didn't. You can't prove anything. Smoke
Sick.
bomb.
Sick. Oh, it's a good one.
Holy shit! Nature
Thank you,
is
the
healing.
Titanic. Thank you, the Titanic, for showing me this bouncer fucking.
A dude's having sex in the fucking club. Nature is healing.
Oh. Thank you all for listening to this episode of DipShips, the legitimate boating podcast. If you would like to support us, go to patreon.com/dipshipspod, and you can support us financially. Even $1 a month helps. If you cannot afford to do that, then don't forget that podcasts sink or swim based on word of mouth. So just share this podcast around and, let people know to listen to us.
And
If
if you know people who don't have the internet, just stick it on a USB drive and throw it at them.
If
know
you
what
know
to
any
do.
Auto fans, hey, we're Auto fans too. Share this
Hell yeah.
podcast with them.
Yeah.
If you know someone who can't listen to podcasts because they don't have ears, sign language the whole podcast at them.
Yeah, transcribe it, please. We
With all
will
the
not pay
talking
you.
over, they'd probably fucking kill themselves.
They just need 2 sets of arms.
We barely talk over each other.
I mean, compared to most podcasts, yeah, I agree with that.
What else do I say at the end?
Toodles.
Make sure you check out DipShips. Check out Mill Mike Master Saga. Check out Mill Mike.
Yeah, I guess the other member of the Gigaboots.
Check out the other
Podcast
branches of
network.
the Gigaboots podcast network. I'm telling, if Dan starts his own fucking podcast network, we're fucking joining it.
I mean, we already sold it to him. We already sold this to him for a bag of Doritos, if you remember.
No, we didn't sell it to him. He just bought us out for
Bought us out
$20.
for $25.
Literally the same thing.
Split between me and Shibuya.
Damn.
And it's really more like he bought DipShips for $12.50 and he bought Mill Mike for $12.50.
Thank you all for listening, and we hope you all enjoyed, and we'll see you all on the Nautical Mile.
Noodles.
Metty?
I hope none of you.
What?
Oh, it didn't pick up on the microphone.
Oh.
I said I hope none of you enjoyed it. Goodbye.
Oh.
Suffer. Perish.
Well, you heard her. Fuck you guys. Bye.
There's a video of him running like an idiot.
Looks
I
more
have.
like a
There are some
fall
videos
guy.
on Facebook, but I don't have them on my phone.
Looks more like a fall guy than a fucking.
One person did call him a fall guy.
Yeah, because of the fucking black slits and the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Nick, you want to be on again next week?
Sure.
Chad, he still doesn't know.
What?
Nick, Nick, how long is it gonna take you, bud?
What do you mean?
Oh, you guys put out a shirt with all of us on it, including me, and you have me on the podcast every week. I wonder if something happened then.
I didn't click the link. I didn't know I was on the shirt.
Nick,
Oh,
Nick, my sibling in Christ, I hate to break this to you, but you're the fourth host of this podcast.
you've been drafted, son.
I don't know if you noticed, but we stopped calling you a guest and we gave you a title.
I thought that was because I'd been on here so much.
Yes, you've been on here so much, you are the fourth host.
Oh, God.
Oh, fuck.
Oh.